Tuesday, the 4th of February 2025, 54 minutes past 1500 hours GMT. Live once again on our 24 radio, at Brabopa Radio, our 24 radio GH, on all social handles, our 24 radio, with another edition of Bamaso. My name remains Papa Smiley, and this is where discerning Ghanaians with discerning thoughts we come just to deliberate on all possibilities with which we would become co-creators and catalysts in the making of a very beautiful Ghana. We work with some principles around here, one of them being that we are the very Ghana we talk about every now and then, and if there is anything we demand of Ghana, it should come from us. We should be the causative agents of whatever effect we would want to enjoy of our dear nation Ghana. That means when we come here, no matter our size, no matter our positions, our capabilities, no matter our tribes, no matter our political party affiliation, among the rest, we have a role to play in making Ghana a very beautiful place, and that is what we seek to discover the moment we jump on. And we being catalyst simply means every action of us is an example of the wrong that we see. Let's put it that way. So when we see the wrong, we become an example for the wrong to be right. You understand? So we act in the right way, so that that alone can also be a catalyst in awakening others to also express the better versions of themselves. So it is not just about we discovering what we need to do. We need to do that. So we discover and we act, and through the action, others are also drawn into discovering the better versions of themselves. Today being Tuesday, we call it Free Flow Tuesday, where we open ourselves up to learning from all dimensions of life. I know a lot is going on in our country. A lot is going on beyond our country. In fact, a lot is going on in America. A lot is going on in the United Kingdom. A lot is going on in your corner. I know. And I know you have several issues to discuss with us today on Bamaso. So, to this effect, I would humbly welcome you to the Free Flow Tuesdays edition of Bamaso, live on our 24 radio, our Brabopa Radio, as well as our 24 radio GH. And check says Runkudimu and come on, baby, I will be a sample pensi were feeding that our 24 radio, our Brabopa Radio, and our 24 radio GH. Say Facebook, YouTube, and I say X, and our 24 radio, Oshisha on Sabakine. And then Dafu Fryaba. You ever to our 20, so I heard you see to me. Yo, Emma, my Ghana fan to my prefer. Abi Bessie, no wind doing gap. No near how, and near money who know. And tea a banner by any whom dear was here, you are now, and you can't see a man so high. I was see a ma action, dear tree. I was see a ma, steps be a dear tree. And you better, I tell you, and you better. Now, as part of and Comodia, a bit in the end. Family to audience, and I'm saying, said, yeah, I can also to be forewarned is to be forearmed. And see, let me be someone who said, and you know more person almost status quo. No, tis Wafa Kwame, Abby, Msabi, or Challenger Pa, or person was status quo. No, and the status quo near the normal way of we doing things. And said your TBR, status quo no said tie bia no so nkrofo bi wo hono mo a o mepɛ ne sɛ betena ho saa oh yeah nkrofo bi wo no ma o mepɛ sɛ status quo no e betena ho saa he sɛ wo beso hu die nti a ye ka sɛ status quo said tie bia no nkrofo bi wo hono mo a o mo mepɛ sɛ e betena ho saa no emra na ekɔ school no sɛ you drew class bi na sɛ teacher na wo kyerɛ sa subject na wa ma oh do you know say ya na ye won krofo bo ho no ma ya na o mani age wo class wo se teacher ni na ama so nim sa o man wo reasons no ti se teacher ni na ama maybe me kan kra na bia na wo wa wo tie sisi a no now wo subject bia se teacher ni na ama na it's like you were in heaven when you je se teacher ni na ama ai ebi no enti teacher ni ne ba e ba be impart knowledge e dey amaye no wa ama no ebi ani age saa na tie se status quo no se apratiti o sa ye den you enkrofo bi ani je ho se pese on pese yes ah because omonti asiye mu no ene ne ma na ni je ai eno ene ma no de ono ehwehwe within the society. And yes, said here within a class se teacher ni bi ama the lesson drew no ama me kyerɛ dia amanfo ani gye in fact amanfo say especially say any announcement ninya ba officially say teacher ni so wo ma ene ye say on say asiyete ho ne ye twen say obeba oma with your announcement number oma oh I tell you, and not just within even the primary level. When we go all the way even to the university level, I tell you, your lectures be a hundred more. So what is a lecture net to quite one ma no when yachi? Oh, can you cray? Mewa, hello cray. No yachi. Enti Obeka say, oh, that's a lecture now, Madia. Lecture say we are running short of the learning of the knowledge that we need to acquire. But the idea and nkrofobia nije. Well, omuni nim. In the status quo no said ye tie bia no nkrofobia nije ho say and remain that way. Fashion to the musa. Na they also hu and say san nkrofo na omo pese e remain that way no. Wo na won pese e be remain that way no. Wo no nya better. Omo no fan anya akwadro sa da bi. Inti imagine say your class be now within that class no teacher ni bi ama about 80% of the people in the class no are so happy excited say teacher ni no ma na mo 20% no mo because ana ngoma mo musu ya dia akotwro was no echi mo na mo be teacher ni ne ba because na teacher ni na no ama you be report no no am say hey my friend febodi ho sa no me ka kire mo febodi ade mo kwa na mbese musua di ade ko hu nyankopon ani that is what they will be telling you ai ekwa 90% and 95% omo any just teacher ni na ma any crowd na ya asem kese 95 against 5 oh wow. You will be cowed into silence. Sure. I'm telling you. Ebi bose na ebi yedede. And 5% no, perhaps if they have the chance to go to the library, they will step out and go to the library and study. Say omunti means what in the midst of the chaos, on better class on them, and then they will try and then be revising among other things. But the 95 they will just while away their time with conversations and what have you. Toda and no crano class bu ho no to me this teacher ni bi twam no hu si ye this no crano ntimi fa ho be gwa keke kra be oh asem asem. And see the bottom line is the people who are enjoying of the status quo, no, one way or the other, as to how they are making enjoyment of it. No, when the people who are not in favor of the status quo rise up to change it, I bet you, they will never have it easy. Backlash, baba. Obstacles, baba, to the very ones who are trying to change the status quo. Eti say yebusa ya ho asembusa out of this ni yebusa ya ho say from which angles are those obstacles, oppositions, no ebeba from the very ones who are enjoying of the status quo when we seek to change the status quo? Or in other words, what are the things that we should brace ourselves to face in our quest to change the status quo? You see, Nkrofo bi edikan aba asase so within history, and when they came, they sought to change the status quo. They wanted to change it, and in fact, they faced their opposition. They faced whatever they need to face. They faced their obstacles. To a Christopher, one of the very ones who came in quest to change the status quo, Yeshua, Jesus Christ. He came trying to change the status quo. Or say, you were told this, but I am telling you that. You were told this, I am telling you that. You were told this. It's changing of the status quo, right? And he faced a lot of opposition, obstacles. He did face a lot. You know many. This is just one. And he, in our quest, because and you know back as a video, so sometimes some of them are upset, some of them are very angry, some of them displeased, some of them in fact they are pushed, they feel pushed to the wall to the extent say it is later upon reflection of their words no who said yes step beyond boundaries kakra. Yes. And he minim say when you abre open say nkan e masesa. But the open say o sesa no. Abi say some people they enjoy of it. You see, a third answer and go for one more obese or indifferent. Indifferent. Ono I say when you once when you shit teaching in or bow mo I said I don't give a toss. Even such a cause of teaching in the crab ba. What a class all crowd or to one of keke. What to say or to one to be a or joining the game who be crowd or more or take class in the crowd and know what church or letters be crowd or percent teacher or the umbra bra. But yet the opposite you now that's all. And you go for walk right now. As it stands now, they are indifferent. I'm so on fire home. The ABCBNC. I mean, come on. I told I na woman doing so many crassing teacher no. Teacher in nature dear crana, no crana, no more yedi or mope. So do want my teacher in the crana. I dare now watch them. Who say would nima dear no and watch them. It will no crown on his own, on him or her own, or yoki, right? Yeah, the back in real terms, and go for the things they have made their money, they are enjoying their lives, they don't depend on politics to make their living. So, it's the politicians never piano, they don't give a hoot. Some politician the best sell or man will be do a man sick already or no himself or okay. You see, these are real life situations, right? Now, may can you say no? That what was that? I think Eduardo. Yes, Enra, that was yesterday. Something happened and I came to realize there is nothing like being indifferent. Oh yeah, there. Ade bi e koso wo wiase bia no. Account. We are a body. in this thing we call life. And in this body, no, baby, I will be in this body, no. The air course will be as if you are an account. 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 Iti say uti ya account more. Account more. But you for can say, o can nentina no akato. Them no can unto them. O can nentina no akato. Najwa day. My sorry. Maybe just trying to go about my normal duty. Now, the road or the route that I use to get out of my house or my neighborhood, more or less, it is the quickest route that I can use to get out of my neighborhood. Until when I moved my car, made a right turn trying to get out of my neighborhood. Ya block kwano. Ya block kwano. Ede me dey see. Ya block kwano. Anso asem de eja posifo no ede akodun the place. Oposi ni gina ho kra o hwe onim kra na bi akobusan say, oh, then the course wo che say on feel kra, right? You just have to know say you have to find your way. And at distance it would have just taken me about 15 seconds to cover. 15 seconds. It took me about 30 minutes going round and round and round to come to that same pointer. It should have taken me just 15 seconds. Later on in the day, I came to realize, you say, London, the end of your knife. I'm like, afford you're gone. Right? Say, my sister's wedding, so there's been a shooting incident. Nipa 5. And so, a prepara. I don't know, say, be a Frimudia, but what I know to say, there's been an incident with 5 people injured or so. And I'm like, afford the 2 years, you had the idea, second. Apparently, no. 15-year-olds be ama and talk whatever that happened on the bus. Ama ya stabo baako. Na ya stabo no odimujahye ebe fefa a neighborhood no mu. In fact, I later on in the day me nam neighborhood me hwese muje gugu form gugu form, right, all over the place. So the police forensics were all over the place, just trying to find evidence here and there, and they were trying to just find whatever they need to find. And a distance that should have taken me, I mean, yeah, less than 10 seconds, right? 10 seconds. I should be okay with it. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. It took me to go round and round just to get to where I wanted to go. What does it tell you? We be say nyame ne wo me sing han me boa abofre wo nyame ba o nyame wo fa ase nyame adamfo ana me boa. But you see what happened? That 30 minutes that I went round and round. If say idea, perhaps you were in the car when I was going round and round in the places that I had to go to come to that same place. We am because they were country roads. When I drive over United Kingdom, we can country road to be a kwano car just a car ba kujina abamba akoko ansana unia bibia is smooth. A whole you sumpa how you need street light wo ho, street light in ho. Now within that 30 minutes, no. Me so me ko twitwa me ho ahwehwe baby afa no. Anything could have happened to me as well. Anything could have also happened to me while I was looking for another route to get to my destination. And yes, anya me my hands anya me busuani bi ne ya won se kan. Anya me nua kuma bi. Anya madam fu bi anya ya won se kan. But I faced a part of what? The deal. We facing me the camera. And I bet you they blocked the road for more than, it was close to 12 hours. Just imagine the impact of that road closure on as many people who were supposed to use that route. Oh, there is nothing like being indifferent. There is nothing like that. At all. Maybe any what is that? And yes, say ebi no many abre episode sister status quo na ebi be indifferent there, but hey my brother, there is nothing like that. Oh yeah, there ebi be count. Aye. Oh yeah, there ebi be count. It's the best of all things, and they say we all come together and we figure out a possible way to change the status quo. As simple as that. But said them a to be forewarned is to be forearmed. And never been there was embrace. Yeah, ready. I say aeroplane. Ever here see no. Aye. Yeah, say, hey. Aye. Brace yourself for crashing. Hey, and you will hold more. Once you say, Mufam Sangumuti, Namon Koto Kakra. Aha. Oh, yeah, it's turning now aeroplane. Kutumon Kotonam themselves say, hey, BBC ABC. Hey, you see, when the aeroplane is about to land, hey, you see a moment seat belt. If you don't know, yes, just say you are getting ready to brace yourself to what is ahead of you. Hey, you see, boss, I seat belt no. In your quest to change the status quo, no. DNA also here. Then DNA also oh where the ben who said this is what you are going to face. So say ya kase bia ya de Bible mu asem ye emfato ho ye de ye emfato ho we are just taking the learning from the Bible by on basis of principle near the aye adwuma say Kabibi mama quotation na wo say nye ni honam ni moja na nya na monhye de be akotare bi yese monhye the breastplate of the and no maka bibi monfa bibi bibi sa o ka sa quotation na bom sisia monhye eche bia say eche of righteousness se monhye ayi empaboa of the bay some Sunday school for no more way. Say or person shall say to face what is ahead of you. That is all that they are trying to tell you. And the very ones Abbey of a Kwame over Chumberma. One way or the other, more you him some Safoka home, some Safon Soka home, Bochama Soka home. Bibi will say
Ephesians chapter 6 verse 10 going.
Verse 10 going. Thank you. So the American Bible number what? Oh, sir, I could tell you now American send your Bible number. American some principle no number say the
you know the schemes of the enemy.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So enti enuano mo a aye wan adwen se mo pese mo fight na mo change the status quo no mo hu ne se enema bi wo ho no mo a wo se mo dey ready mo dey drama ho to face it. So anya say anya adwuma emfa ba bia me kan ka kiro enkrofo bi adi kan ba omo ba is on status quo no so you feel omo what they went through. In fact, some of them it ended up in death. Ebi do omuti etwa so but what the other cousin koyen dem ebo fufu ede say John o was abroki was enkoyen de enkoyen de abrochi kra de enkoyen na de more because one na ogu fufu so sa na obeka kire na obi a wa opeso ogu fufu so nkwan ya o de obede wa status quo no wanya o ka say Jesus say oba na o ye say nkwan da enga o dimini be 70 years and say 90 years for ni bi azana bako but ba status quo no 10 sharp oko omso di say 33 on 36 33 ana status quo for no ya omonche kra because oh tahona oh I was say me dey me dream ho no my brother status quo for no nya sanity o they are at war eti eniano a mo my imagine some status quo no edi ane dia na wo say mo hihye and some Matthias field no so to change the status quo mo can be nkire Sam Safo mo can be nkire of Abodi I don't know say bema bene wa no squad na umbe so mo status quo no na so grofo bu won ma hu o dem ka kire say grofo bu am ya so me indifferent na akwa wo person status quo no ana say I mean I said yeah what techire ho no mas wo person o sesa nso wo boa fanfu as wo oi me say young growth be sao right but wona wa wuni mo ho so wo person start status quo na so one of the questions today the things that we need to brace ourselves with and I say we brace ourselves to in our quest to change the status quo and a free flow Tuesday and some more pa and enema ekoso ewo wiase nyina no subject to the status quo the ekoso wiase nyina subject to that I mean metieti ensembi about ura afenyo markings here and there metieti ono wana no munsam ni bi here and there say hey thank we say see status quo na on be dwapa o I mean in one video be him say when the issue of before the elections or so minority and majority hun sense BPA right na say media personality be no or street interview of Afenyo Marking or go use to word be say say so also there by supposed or something majority leader or something or say hey I am the majority leader say hey draw I am the also say court no na ka say this was no say court na kadia and you address me as you say hey o feel position no so na density and said ye tie bia no crofobia I enjoy I enjoy nya santi ase no na omo enjoy no especially na say omo sazo on crofobia omo ta omo chi sa crofo no bi kura no omo so omo enjoy kesi bia no ketu bi kura kakra kakra bi kura munya kura ntafre omo sa crofo no kura no omo na e fro omo they have nothing to lose no one will enjoy you but what say status quo nka ho no one will say na me dey school mfato ho no so your class no your onkrofobu ho no a fachem you omo no omuti no enye classroom no mpese ewo your classroom na wosen ko omuti no ewo excuse me ebi wo ho no a I mean or skill we are wosen ko fitem or skill bi a senko ko pomade so or skill bi a bu onu mo a senke bi a baba na ase bibi sa na okoyo into san crofo no class na wote no no nye ho na nadwene wo deb nya na ho bu onu man ko peso okotena kantamanto no akoton ne ma bi dabi class ho de nadwene ni ho no mtino san crofo no omo no hey ebegu agufo no bi no so on fa ho kura onyane njikra sanity enti nkrofo won mu a won so won fahwe won tese de ekono wo tese wono no sebe you senye you wono no won fa ho right san nkrofo no kra de forget wan hwe a wuhia wo ma hwe omo opposition na omo de present ne ana no no different different enti enem komodie no tewa sopa netie na debia oba na wani abre opeso osesa ne ma no ebi a unya nye wadwen say o call all out in your quest to change the status quo. But so you're ready say you will go all out to change the status quo. The any also such an man. Aye. Perhaps one of the things that you may have to ready yourself with any say I hear unyin check into you be a what is say John Sabrokin and quiet the phone there. Forget it. Changing the status quo is beyond your reach. Now him and yet I know Kakensu ashin actually ashin why yeah over can say yeah ashin with the only action must follow. We are here to learn. For now, so ni said the Nanatina, Nana Sarabia, Dr. Ebenezer Mufab watching. Missing the Papa Unti. Nananketia. Nananketia, the Papa Unti. And of all America. Most some Safu have a joint. Bombardian so have a joint. Bombardian so young conform besom status school. So I besom status school, Nintendo. The ammunitions are also on the arm to do it effectively. No, Mama can't warm, right? France for Monarch. Metia Monarch. The commentary be about Abranti Bia Kotoko support Bia Ofrimu. Him say Ofrimu game in the Brown Half region also. Yes, in Swatre FCB. And I was listening to the narration as to what happened, how it went on. I said, ASM. The bottom line is, if we want things to work very well, there should be some ground rules, some laws that are fully functional within every society. That is what gives us some degree of expectation. So some degree of expectation in whatever society that we find ourselves in. Monarch, France of War, Beninchia, Emma Munina, Adolfo Akan, Memfamu, why? Efamu. Na ene memo akwaba about the free flow Tuesday version of Bamaso. Yenkwa homa so na Ofabwedi say Ofabwedi are ready. I'll go straight to Ofabwedi and then I'll jump to BB before Sam Safo. Into Ofabwedi say why are ready there Bamaso. Mobimra. Okay. Yo. Yeah, no shaking. Hey, Bibi. Take Bibi. Oh.
Aba.
So, who you free me, boy?
I'm Taria.
Utare. Okay. Any Bamaso.
I drink Cassia.
Good. Now, Mammy, who position? What kind of mom some sister status school no one? Me list wa.
It's a pedia, but baby, no. On the no. Papa, oh, mammy, tea. Mammy making me my analysis.
Okay, meet you.
Me making my analysis now because at the end, yes, what the classroom there example. Oh, there are some people who are pizza now by any day. Not just because on pursue obesity, but because the workload that is coming. Or no teacher be already or more work or homework, UCC abroad those things. Teacher never also EDP account. It's one man. You feel good, say okay, because obi a good student biano. Say teacher nya betra de we are okwa. You have to read it. And sana be a 2 weeks was ready. So person dey any stake here. And sana your friends say more call the same class now was already. And it is a teacher na ma today no workload never call for me. I am one of them. Not necessarily say me person study, but be a workload in the dorsum. Oh, and idea we are talking about a huge thing, very huge. Yeah, we are so far away. So, indeed, the most important thing is a segment sector kitwano my family. So they are saying, no near no, and I may meet me a young but the casino dear. Ọmụ a ọmụ bɛsɛ ọmụ duru ọnụ mbɛtumi ọmụ a ọmụ abɛn na anaasɛ yɛde amụ ọmụ no ɛna ɛbɔ ɔsoro ọmụ so.
Nti bibi sɛ me to ase yie di a wo no wo far away nti no.
Asa sɛ yɛsɛ yɛba deɛ yɛba si yɛnya bɛduru hɔ no ne yɛbɛtumi asesa deɛ yɛbɛsesa no.
Nti to wase o nti wo so truly so wo fɛ sɛ wo yɛ status quo a sɛneɛ o far away no obe close gap na onye far away no wa ben baby a person session
said ye kan ye so natural sir
so
yes so and I also yes there are a lot of things involved and our sectors oh say young man is a memorable example. There was a young guy he was so full of brain knowledge. He wanted to be NP, but like you said, in the heart of the guy he want to help future, like he want to bring the people to a very good standard. And you push, okay, let me start with MP. Now, Papa, Oko in fee said, yeah, of course, only for Kokasa. Only a Venice, a Kromani Kokasa, we so Dikan Kohunana. Oko Nana, ordinance, Semagu Kama. Because we have to work on yes, and fans are paying quite fee. So, and to work on was at least Uguta open to Roni dear, one dear, we bore my dear, we bore my dear, we bore my dear. A brandy or no fiancé, and to walk a grassy baby and some you if you do. So, dear. And rules are level no. So if you want to change things that Nina can hobby, there are three things that you must do. Three things. First one, no, you want to work on yourself.
Okay.
Work on yourself in terms of knowledge, even talking how to obi okrana onim how to talk to people. Okasa no di atem. Na se kasa twitwie no or sere obi. Because upezo change obi na wo di huru na wo tia ne ade it will turn arguments instead of maybe discussions. So you have to work on yourself. Aside that, you have to also we give a hand before we ask for a hand. And in our case, it's somehow
and also preparation because me making notes.
Yes, we give a hand before we ask for a hand.
So give a hand. Give a hand
before you ask for a hand.
Okay.
So be that menemua. O tones I say. So means I no so atonsa. Now one tones I on such what you say. But I better no I no watching. You understand?
Okay.
And somehow no I know something else obi beka say man for because oboa or the better dam. But it works. Community now one day no aya momo. Uti abrocho is kabebere. Onye hwe wo community wa no aba. Monto aba ma me na menye MP. They will not mind you. Ever do chum the example. Before I do chum ebe endo oti abrocho but now why you bibi wo bosomtwe wo anko fo na hu. To oba ya huri ya na man for to train. So it says. So we give a hand before we ask for a hand. And it always will change your DNA, sir. And lastly, you have to sacrifice. The BIA ne catcher of Kwame say. Open so changing ye partisan politics free. Ain't me pekopin free. Was all to me go through the system. Sometimes say bia, oh dear, I say, better than boa. No that why you problem. Jesus Christ person obeje yes no oye nipa. Bible say he turns to Obeso obeji nipa. He became a man. And you know, so all corner more be or so Dania Boa, Opeso Boa and Moana, or Dania Boa. No what me aboa. It works. People don't know, but it works. So anything so one could come one. And sometimes too many be do some year any and I'm go focus it. O ton mommy. Now they are coding to me. Now they 2 minutes kojo mommy. God they say. Oh, and unti say one yes say once that is was sacrifice. Akufo-Addo, one time I heard him say, oh, go forward to me, we give a lot of power to somebody. And at that point, he wished, say, Anka power no, presidential power na, we distribute to everybody. Nanka aboa. But when he became the president, he was not able to sacrifice. And Sadia na Anka Pose or Sesano. And to me, it is going to continue. What do you say? Because was all sacrificing. And any best start here, best chance here from so. We Ghana advance will be the president. Will be change. Will be you will see how much time it may take here to change. What we change here. And no crowd it now last a year. Near change it. But who is going to sacrifice them about power? Be a nyenekuma. Ghana for. What I need is that the person is able to do the work and do it well. So who is going to make that sacrifice? And sana de na chiti. And kofu and easy for mobon kofu tutun kofu pamun kofu. Same people for bar. We will see the same thing. It won't ever change unless one of them make a sacrifice. So they say, and say sacrifice now, ma. Your white pencils they say Akufo-Addo akotrafie no. Obe wish to say, Anka de ne yansisan na power no obi anya bi. But why now ono ebe sacrifice na ma? Mahama say, as grass you betwam. The best way I will be to me and say, who pension no sacrifice. And to change this thing no and sacrifice.
I see.
Because any papa book can be or more book they say be anyone because say papa's man is mean to ya why mean you say me man ko follow the fair me man ko for aduane delegates. Was all two delegates no. Oh. But say what you are more movie what you say we all go one more cabebre a cabebre na papa wabono oba hafi no betineka but what you say
so
the sacrifice the sacrifice is that do maboka but I want to change something. And you mean give bribe I'm going to do it perfectly.
I see baby.
But yes, some na catch. Again, tin go for bebre eno kuja to anya problem. Then go do that to ye proper. Because ye nyina better corruption and tucha. Okay, so also be say na enzu encourage won so na ema. E be hwehwe on ema ye who 1 or 2 bi.
Okay, I see.
And to anu aye to nipa no enji no nya no. Ye to anu afi na wo be sha adwuma ase. To anu ama nkofo say wo ba kura onye credit. And the Isaiah crowd will be ho will best at take man will be coming no be enfa. So yeah run it down.
Baby
we say do you want to change something?
Do you want to change something? And come on yes. And say a baby a punu bebre, right? Na although we are talking about people who want to change the status quo and the preparation that they say Bible na munso na papa bi call Yesu ho say or defo bi call Yesu ho say o bibia na o person hu de obeya obetimi and I inherit
what can I do to inherit
the kingdom of God? Hey. Na Yesu obviously Yesu kanya say o go turn na ema gina.
On go turn na ema gina.
Now on fama here for. I mean, in fact, now a challenging thing for the man to do, right?
Yes, I think the problem was that Papa no enko for mrana omudi so ne kire say do yonko. So, and I say, ye papa, right? Ye papa do yonko so give harm near the other. So give was him a dimmer in us, but the Wako can or say, what dimmer in your case, or the Kakajas won't dimmer, was him a ding in us. What dimmer is so dear? A man tells there was so poor here for no near tone, no more come out and the meet. So when I tell them, Rana would this no now patches say. And Jesus wanted to prove to him, say, won't you mean him run so? What I say, won't you mean him run so? And for feeling won't you mean him running from for feeling a friend say, sir, promise now, oh yeah. So that is it's very difficult for us to understand, but that is the reason why.
That is the reason why. Okay.
He wanted to prove to them, say, yes, mean him running so. So, but made him run so kind, the any at one. Never mind here for nature say no and brand be this super.
That's right.
But who's what the brand so to me and one here for you. Who are massive word for yourself. So that was the
thing. And see okuja to the yeah can so you see say we back say opese ono so status quo na all that he may have benefited of the status quo one farmer here for then no
of course I'm going to be the
and no basa when you are stepping out let's just say I'm phone say yes I quite open source start status quo no but no and then you stand on the rooftop saying you say you want to change the status quo. Enti Yesu dia na o ka kire o de fo no o se koton wo hu ne ma nyina fama hia fo fama de no amanfo bi so be ka se okuje to why enjoy bi enti no so koton fa ni nyina sa ko very
very difficult
sani
though very difficult for you
sani change ni Yesu ya ka ho asem enti no
you couldn't sacrifice. He couldn't sacrifice. And he had three things. It's all sacrifice. Already, I could draw point. Wow, it's all sacrifice.
Okay, all right.
Because one sacrifice, I want to make that you ought to trouble. So now, bro, who we be? I mean, so be I'll say, my name is answer. It does not work.
Okay.
But saying, you know, you can, I said, sometimes they tell us, you're tightening a bit. No more enjoy. Over to a convoy, ting. Ain't got any in this guy. But when you are changing a cast, when you are changing office, there is no sacrifice. People will not understand. But you will say, who if you are president, you are not for economy. There's a more point say, yes, I didn't know that's can you want po. It is a my bank see trainer. Yeah, but you can trade my enya butreka krama. But the ones are only na we who jare gun comfort so dia. You be strike.
Bibi, thank you. Bibi, ana motin nkana. Hey, ene. When I opera was status quo ni senwa. Ahobwa be na woro oyo. Ansana wotum assistant status quo no, right? Bibi, what my points abasa odikan ode wore awalankasa eyo ho adwuma tede wore you work on yourself say wa yo ho adwuma ma obetumi akasa nipa ho so ama wona hu de wore utum esesa say work on yourself and number 1 No, say you give a hand before you ask for a hand. No, very very important. No, the assembly papa say obi sha ode eno ye mfato ho obi sha amene mu na se opese oyi nipa na otene wonsa so otene wonsa and then onipa no so atene ne nsa na otimi atwe no eti whatever you need to do, no, you need to start with something. You need to start from somewhere. And then
papa mama fa eno make so wa say obuye bibi mo
oye bibi ma
ansa na omo so ato abana ma
ato bibi no na ho na case
you come from no a problem but to bend we have to do it
there you to what say bibi no say bit my
ya fa say who ska wa ko si school dan bi o ha mo what solve one problem because you are not in power, while you are not a leader. And I'm there do chum there yeah. And I do standing for it. No, what yes school be or harm or and you know not just what they come on baby. And you are quite only sky one on your power. Why we are my your money baby, your money to me or which me I more am I.
Okay, all right.
That is a case. Any probably at your bridge, but you also acquire MP one club. And so club cry crown Kobe.
Okay.
Okay. And you know, people are taking this clause, no, and probably taking advantage. No, acquire as well tell via my boys. No matter about.
I see.
Acquire. Don't know what to go to Mboa. No matter about. Everybody use it wrongly in our sectors.
All right, then. You.
Maybe Kabanku.
Maybe Kabanku. You, Bibi. Thank you very much for that. Anna, Otodo Ebasa. Or the sacrifice, sacrifice. Or the to sacrifice, na bibi na what no yam fato ho no hu dey. What the ono zi or we chichi. Bibi yes am dem a. Say also wo far away. It no wala nkada utimi me baby a wo no wo no. Enye easy sa. So obekọ war front one na wakọ status quo no. You need a lot of sacrifice to be able to do that. Eti say me hwe one person was status quo no those who are against the status quo, those who are indifferent omo de omo no omo nyanya ready ti said the bibi kan ana wo ma one person status quo no wo baby e wona bibi me de ne beto indifferent bibi no say ono ano onya na adwen say ono o person obekọ ono so a wo mpe so status quo no beka ho no ono so a said enema e wo so wo yo no ultimate status quo no de be wo say e too sacrifice no de so no do intinya de a obekọ ntimi de bibi beto indifferent onso bra na beka de efefe kama na yenko yanim say yenko yanim de a sam e wo ho sam savo
yeah, Papa Smile.
Bamaso.
I drink yes, it's the same.
Nyamya no boko na nso e.
Yes, I don't boko. And it's here in 24 wahina. And I Papa Smile. And most importantly, it's here for no because without them, maybe we don't have a show and see. I'm sure Sylvia had a good weekend. Everybody's doing well, so. Yanko pa na enye bia o emra na wo school no teacher ni bi wo hono ma wa ma class a ya na wani je se wa ma na hey yes ba ko bi ni afani Tony Bata French teacher akwa no mes ne tiro mo den obura class fa na man for e ho wo so obe gwa wo ma wanga na you better so Tony Bata I didn't know if we had been on that one. A short guy, the Sakola, or class will pen out for who put the Tony Bata. And actually, Obi Grouse is the home found the advantage. And up to now, it's not kind of dating from beginning to end. Tony Bata, boy, as I teach the kind of power.
It's what my class I when you just what my
class I'll back I say your holiday the whole that is for you now will be anymore. That is for you now Tony Bata by school how that's when you veg on back class at the whole class but yeah Tony Bata is absent. No, I don't know.
Yeah, some you let us say the example it holds some element of truth in there. Yo, ne say ya ko animu dia. Wana opere was status quo no. So akotare ben na order oshe what preparation and order oyo in order to be fully functional in the fight to change the status quo. Boy, nkoma kakra Sam.
I mean, I think say BB kind, it was the biggest thing, right? He was talking about sacrifice for the most part, and that's what I agree with, right? And now my example, Akwana like Yankopo Casa better not call having Yankopo Casa on Tony Japadi and has some for major for. That's the biggest thing. You have to lead with example. And I really like what BB said, give a hand before you ask for a hand. So into why Jane say truly person Sana. Don't tell me say, oh, when I benefited from the system, that was back then. Those was the rule back then. But this is something you benefited for. Until now, maybe your family is benefiting from. So if you really truly want to change it, go back and make those amends. Let's take, for example, like the whole slavery thing here in America and reparation. I can't want some now. Every time I be and then white folks now imagine say, oh, they ain't mean yes idea. No. It's like back then you enslaved people, you had them work for you for free. You were given free lands or at the very bare minimum cost. And your family built this wealth based on that system. Wealth that up to now your family is still benefiting from. But if you want to change the system, you want to change it, if you want to change the system and then go back and make amends from the system that you benefit from until say you make that sacrifice, you can't tell me you want to change it because you will benefit in it then you're okay. Will be seeing your phone on down before then that time one will see it and changing. Now that I feel the amount for somebody benefiting from, all of a sudden you want to change it. It's not fair to everybody. So if you truly want to, in my opinion, like we need a revolution. And I think one time, beside hypocrisy is a revolution, but one can be. And he said, yes, I'm okay with that. That is somebody that I can say, I will listen to, like, or catch him some person changes start corner because he's willing to make that sacrifice. Until say, if you're not willing to make the sacrifice, if you're not willing to make the amends now, then don't tell me you're trying to change it, right? Let's take right now, for example, like what is happening in the States right now. We've turned our back on these Afghan people who helped U.S. troops fight the Taliban when we needed them. Now, all of a sudden, we want to change the system and we don't want to bring them into the country for whatever reason it may be. You want to change it because I don't even know what the reason is, but you want to change it. But when you needed them and you benefited from them, you didn't see at the time, you wanted to change it. And at the time you had the power, you had the voice that you could have changed it back then. You could have pushed for it, but you didn't do anything. But and then I won't say it doesn't benefit you anyway, now what you saw maybe, you're turning your back on them, telling them, we're gonna change the system. You want to change the system and get rid of USID, which by the way, there's so many people around the world that depend on this program for maybe 1 meal a day. You want to change it because it's not benefiting you. At least that's what you're saying. By the time now we use amount for now, we use the same system, it benefits all mine there. That time it won't also be changing. So if you really truly want to change for me is one thing. Be willing to make the sacrifice. Well, let's say two things. Be willing to make the sacrifice and make amends. Then we can have that conversation. That's how I look at it.
Yo, Sam, thank you very much. Now, you say no woman fan to group be indifferent for now, and I say against just a person status quo now, and I say, oh dear, I'll
tell you how I look at it, and then you can decide. The way I look at it, if you're going to change it for the betterment, Baby changing, I be better than before now. Then I'm for it. So don't tell me you're just changing it and then whatever. I'll give you one more example. You want to get rid of Obamacare, what America has said, so many people rely on it. If you want to change it, I'm okay with you changing it, but come with a better solution. Come with something better than that. Don't tell me so if they're willing to change it and they're going to change it for the betterment, and it will benefit the masses, and it will benefit the average person, and I'm for it. Otherwise, let's leave it as it is. I know right now it's not perfect, but at least it's doing some good. So let's keep it where it is until you come up with a better solution. So you decide where you want to put me.
Sampa. Oh, how shall we? Why have no better? Me do beto a for one o pesteto school because said the OC can who baby I found to. What I say. Anyway,
it doesn't depend. I mean, I'm not because you say it's not great right now, but for what it's worth, it's doing somewhat good right now. So let's keep it until you come up with a better solution, a better option. Then I'll be for you. So I'm not completely against you. Come up with a better solution. Then I'll go with you.
The kind of say, and I say, who as an individual and so are you for the very ones and I say you are in the group you want to change the status quo no so and I say oh dear fa ho oh dear on kan o person status quo no and I say oh yeah indifferent who baby a ugina yi emu dear.
It's not so black and white, Papa.
Okay, all right then. Me do back a BB for no why? Me do back a BB group for because who position ugina, and then we you can work towards the preparation that you would have to do in order to get things done. That's
makes sense.
Okay, all right then. Anyway, say you ever call Prince the Bombardier? Eso, the Bombardier. I ready. One kabi. Bombardier can say we are. I'll try and jump to Patreon before I go to for Kwame. And the Bombardier, what you make up? Bamaso.
I drink a napume.
Nyamiado. Now swear.
Good.
So what you in common with there?
5 seconds. One snapping.
Okay. All right. Now, and then shall see on the subject of status quo. Na say ya when you bebre ho they want to change the status quo. Enti uti enu kasa on the radio among other things they are not happy with the status quo. Na when we look into history, the very worst there are some individuals who came in with a quest to change the status quo. Omo bae no omo enya na hoguno. They faced the opposition, the obstructions, among other things. If you crowd one more, do enkwa etwa so. Na eno na yegina so abusa say wana epede wo mo pese wo mo sesa anka mfantene ba. Wana wo mo pese wo mo sesa status quo no. What are the things that they need to brace themselves for? So ti aye say replay be hwe ase no. Iti meka say fansa guti. Fa we ni she vest na osha is a koto epumua na amoaya flute no enti wana omupese omufuli go to change the status quo no e dia hoboa they said the Ephesians chapter 6 mse omuse 10 hono moko no o say hey munhye the breastplate of the armor of God no enti no ompese omuse status quo no ahoboa ben ene wo so omoye bi Bombardier boy nkomo kakra wati boy nkomo
meda se chema da se wama yakunya yetimi baso na ebechia enwanum nyina se eja ho kwan eye efiada no se de ofa kwa meka no 3 days na yasa ko revive ye ho na yasaba nti ene so ade achi ye ya eye ebnada eye kwabna foda eye kwabna nimo na ajo ye abna bajo ye friendly tuma kase ope obi net kwan ya na afa kwabna fo no omo very reliable dedicated people enti na se de wama ehu de ekoso no so ye beda obi bia so ase se ne den so all the 7 continents akonfo you ekonyina no so no ye beda munyina masese mutie shalom wo anan yetenika every Ukraine or dasutie na nya kwabna agreement so no ye nyakopon so enhya ne pi onso etp and all the graduates of Akwanjipo Radio Ohima Mandi Mone Omo Kawunyina no so no yɛde aseda ɛma ɔmo papa sɛ deɛ ɛkɔ no status quo deɛ yɛka status quo a sɛ deɛ wodi bu no Latin word ɛkyerɛ sɛ existing state of affairs ana ɛnɔɔma ɛkɔ so saa mmerɛ yi mu a yɛn sesa no saa ɛna teɛ status quo enti sɛdeɛ yɛ part of society no maka sɛ status quo bibia nso ɛhyɛ ase free bedroom na akɔ boardroom enti nuclear family wo na wo yere wo no ɛno ebu ha mo yɛ ndebia nti nya de a yɛbɛsesa no sɛ bia obi wo ha anɔpa ne ne yere ne ma ɔmo yɛ morning devotion ha nti akwa ne nya ne ya na obi wakɔ living room ma me nso enya ne ya na okɔ living papa no so nya na okɔ living na agya ɔmo ahwɛ page bi na ɔmo so de ayɛ dɛ ayɛ sɛ de bia ɔmo yɛ no enti ɛkɔ so saa so na wokɔ adwuma mu so a saa so na yɛde ɛteɛ ɔmo so ɔmo status quo no bi wo a wontimi nyɛ de ɛnsesa no so that say wontimi ɛsesa no ɛnyɛ wo na wo ba sɛ wo bɛsesa no saa ɛna ɛteɛ ebia nɔpa ɔmo kɔ ebia boardroom wo no makɔ meeting kakra na ɔmo ayɛ appraisal na mahwɛ bia ɛno bia ɛkɔ so anasɛ de ankɔ so ne sɛ gya ɔmo so de ahwehwɛ ɔmo no ma nti status quo si ade a etimi ɛboa mpo ɛmoa koraa etimi status quo sesei na yɛyɛ no ɛna no na mehwɛ anoma channel na mehwɛ anoma te sɛ ɛtɔre yɛn nwanwa anoma no ɔmo kɔso egu bepɔ so paa o bepɔ so tenten paa na ɛhakye a na anoma no nyine kakra na bia du sɛ bia ɔso otu a maame ne papa no di nkan de edi ka etu na yi na anoma no ketewa no ɛhyɛ so ba ɔmo sɛ maame ne papa ne tu a no ɔma jampe na wohwɛ height a ɔmo ba na ɔmo pempo bepɔ no ne deade bɛhwepɔ mu nso ɔmo saa na nyakopɔ ayɛ ɔmo status quo sɛ sea no mo yɛ no nya deɛ wotimi ka sɛ wɔ nante form sɛ efi bepɔ no so ba ɔsɛ wo jampe so nti status quo ɛyɛ tool but sɛ de because tool no every tool can be a good servant or a bad master and nothing na ocean mathematics you was scalar quantity and your vector quantity and the scalar no or magnitude by any direction and so 100 degrees say be a tomato 100 degrees a magnitude 100 degrees but direction be any so that's it but say we should compass now catch say be 100 be a north south as what my 100 magnitude no and was some direction be a southwest and northeast so anti-vector no magnitude sa direction into nipa bia no so to be a vector human being say wo wakasa wo self esteem nasa what direction and him pa bearing ben na wo person wo do life neko and in the graph I won't say yes sign as a cross no x axis and y axis e bia so on positive negative na him pa na wo ko enti status quo ya de bia obi a kwese principle a obi a de adwuma emra can say Harrison Ford the team model car no na be standard any status quo be so car sa model no on the team defining say the na car is CTL or four-wheel drives no and na papa yekomwa no actually after be 100 years after na technology no yera technological revolution when so there are better ways of doing a car and your car say cover for chassis na yenkata so na every crash breaking him and I say be window crash screen him and I say wiper crack him and I say who speedometer near you and for chassis edi bi kike count this is never so much status quo no so this is see now say car to me and this is yakwa maka nyina say abeka crack car dani co-driving crack opa obetuma ada no that to assistant driving and car nankasa driving ma say Google money Amazon money lomo so mo ye car say driverless it almost status quo no so enti yo no be bi so say ne no me mesesa no so enti wo hwe mama bia corruption no a free president ko si the auto or mine gate in mono corruption your mama. And papa wa ye ohuntin no kosa bia ona se okwosesa normal na ayomu se wasesa de kese papa say ne ye no masa wo na wo so graduate wa ba office ye de say ne ye no ye de ye 10% 20% enye wo na obesa no me kasa me offer na papa pe na enye me offer no ye snit manager penipa snit manager no Senator organ nyina ne kese pa na wo osu no in terms of revenue but pension house na wa CBD no e ho na omo headquarters but wo pe bibi om generate revenue pa e osu iti do call the anes why in quote or unquote cause osu are you no say ho na all the luxury shops nyina wo papa ye money hwan nyina wo call sa osu na ho na o ti say adaje ni bosokra enti odo ho no now should ye or koto said ye no to the MTF4 the yi ba na it say obeto say sikapa mudi ba ni and is a jumo fon kwa na so bodness ni kwa no mu so ade o ka chen so asa ya ton ka plenty house so de udi hu ni na ha de da wa consider kakra o say consider no mu nchire mu say ye times Ghana de
Bombardier way. Oh, mse BBS Bombardier ahoma no so. Enti mse Bombardier asem ne ba wonse oba no wa maye history no wa maye background no I mean yeah no wonse o break akra enti no he gives us the background before he goes on into full swing. Bombardier
mami payina okay my from my boy
okay internet run up for the first batch na
so enti status code ye normal p ene de on say na American enti me papa no ko ho no na say no corruption no was net wo MTF4 de yi ba telcos for ni disca but 1 GB but na so bode kwa no ye me uncles no o mo fa no ho time because o mo kwan ye dey so say because status code are illegal mo ye no ho no sans na yo ma bi so a ono so odi ne hu ni a o ma bibia kama enti obi so firi ni man ba no so obo sa man na odi ne hu ni na se si remember no fa in katia boga ento form na aye ne den because onu no chrome ofiri ba no status code say obi wo ho obetima to yogo tato obi wo ho eni masalachi ni asori da obetima dwunso egu ho obo se oba afa na ya se hwe no hwe egu ho se enye hwe ede ya ai na dwunso de menye bebi enjunso enti no eni ewudan ho a medwunso se eye right onye right wa dwunso eti heading enenti na from ukas echinjichina ama ne hunoma cause ono ti Ghana na no is in status school na say well hu bibia come about chichini e free everland eba chimoto school ekwa asante memu bonre ko hunoma so yeah traveling see ampa the papa status school no it can be good servant or a bad master obu an status school bia ukọ Mexico baby a omo cartel no obi ebutu ebusoma o say wo hwe some movie say like the last dawn ne Scarface muna Italian mafia sa no tie wutu ma so we Bema especially over be head of the mafia na say bia wo Japan ya wutu Yakuza organization na yensesa no etuko ye bibia won say Yakuza bol okoye boni ya no o me nka ho ye friend na no akofa sika no akase twan finger to bo say Yakuza for we be wa omo fingers ni omo ni fingers yo mo twane nyina boni no o ma ye nka e yo rule
no twa okay all right there baba there him say oba second time na oba boy nkomo pa other side no so aba pa
why the best me nyina say status school no e bit ma share in different angle as a good servant or a bad master me that's it.
Okay you say I love history now they are mine however set parameters not quite very clear but it's good that you give us the background as well and the very ones who want to change the status quo just say well when you say status quo in tray and then you want to change it right now you see life is so beautiful yeah can status quo who ansem ya na me copy a video kitu ebisu on Facebook. Now in this video no skit in skits no it depends on the eye with which you want to watch it with. Now emrantie miensa omayo omo hu se omo ye muslim fo se nkremufo a omo efre nyame na ba bia omo fre nyame no ana aketesia bi ebetwam ɛwɔ manim na aketesia in fact excuse me nyasha aketesia ni kura na yɛ nyash nyash kɛhye pa emudu yie enti omubutu hɔ na omyɛ sɛ omubutu hɔ na abrantia ono wo extreme left no as wo butu hɔ no wa hia ne ti ontimi mfa ne ti ne mmɔfam hɔ no ana wo da na ni de ahwɛ nyaahye no na de wo ne nkyɛn no atwe ne ti sɛ wɔn fa ne ti ensi hɔ no sɛ wɔn pɛ sɛ wɔbɛhwɛ nyaahye no not knowing sɛ ɔno na wo hwe wo biti no ɔno ne nti si fam no wo hwɛ wo fam hɔ no wo hwɛ nyaahye no wo fam hɔ no wo sɛ sɛ ne ya gye a wo hwɛ nyaahye no but wo stop wa kwa ba ko no sɛ ɛma wɔn hwɛ bi right enti ekoba asar na kyerɛ sɛ ɔno no stop the one immediate left no but wɔno ade ne ti see form no wo enjoy status quo ho asɛm a yɛ kan saa ne tie kofo bu hɔ no mu a on the rooftop no they will shout here and there when you change the status quo but wɔboa behind the scene wɔhwɛ nyaahye no behind the scene your microphone bu ono omu nyina yebehu omu ne ati patron wo ho ba ma so
Adenkase ya no makwa
ya Joso
me mamu edi kan
ya Joso patron ya patron ya abetu oni o boy nkomo
yo me dase se ma beta chiro kakra na ani twa animentua eno gya wonti me na mpanso abebo muti fama wo mu amonfanche na bibia ne ya na bi wade ya me beta chire ho ena mpese bomba de ne safu betwemu ansa no ba so wona nse ko so mu betwemu a e ma nkomo ne yesu where to say ma ne rich e bia na kra na be pano amede ba no na kusia bi enhyem omu di kusia ni hyem no me a emane rich ba nti enu ano meda mo ase na asema ade betu raise that is school gbofo mu odu pa o na esa ucheche uye very broad ti emu de aye na wo pa kire status quo a wo sesa boni akopapa mu ana de awudi free papa ba boni mu ni na so status quo say na ka bring wo mu pa ka bomba de e be fa ti no hore de metwen na ordinary de no pa so
I know say about my history but yes the parameters not very clear the enya na ye pese yes sano no a hard settle school direction and ye hwehwe until so utie bibi enchire mu na odema na it is from a place of non-progressiveness to a place of progressiveness. That is the area we are looking at. But it was all good. So also the background also a buy from that angle.
Oh, okay. Bibi mirasi michao. Na kwa sibroni ana ubi onimnifobia can say me say he who asks for equity must come with clean hands. Yam say no bo ani amayi na atofa. Obi a wasi na game piece or say the status quo or the free boni mo papa from non-progressive to progressive. I say nipa na are convinced say wasesa. Now my nipa so a one in nkyɛn no hu sɛ nkɔmmɔ a ɔno asesa wɔ n'adwene mu ne kɔkɔɔ mu ɔde bɛto yɛ anim no ɔno so asesa ɔda wuro no yɛ wo nko a na abɛtumi abɔ nipa na ɛwɔ atwa ho ahyia no so sɛ ɔmonya awerɛhyɛmu sɛ wasesa na ɔmo de wasɛm ɔkɔ a akyerɛ sɛ asɛm no yɛde ba no ɛmu edu so I said, one for Sapano so there. People will refer you. Man for very fail. Say, you did to Ghana. In the America, so I remember you more. Minjan this MPP and this. There was that moral high ground. and a moral justification to even talk about status quo. They cannot. Say, oh, bon, Tuano, or they could get to a black one, a young fatu big a crack. Yemfa Uraya. Penijo Muhammad Debai. Dead on arrival. Dead on arrival. Me share my opinion be what platform Makubiso. Everyone says, Alright, I'm a operation recover all loot. It is started the year. Is it 1957? And 2024. In the panel was really in the advance assessor. Could you tell what of Fabi or a cantonment? Or has I seen in a vanity? Say, he could see, say, now, cotton or lands, whatever. Young February about democracy 32 years ago, the vehicles are buying out. It was has been sold to the politicians. It's until say open the Subemia de say Masesano. What mean by Germany mean carriage? Let me say Yansesano. Yansesano from what point? So Mr. Safo de in America so America Hakaka ebe fame. Na no ka Obamacare. Obama can almost say, yes, almost reverse status quo. Yes, almost so much change status quo. No, they want to reverse a status quo because na sanete ena Obama by now Obama, according to history, no, ne mame ewu through cancer. The kwanya o mame fast we and when ya proper health care. Today na kuma so de pa no ni penim fortunas ya begin almost start here there na rough road e chiri o mo atenten no na ba be sikwa na yes na among for businessmen among in America yes na o mo pe no se sika no abande po ma woni bi obenya ayarehwe papa no ekọ omo futum it goes into their coffers. This Obama care ban says he can't even go bill. Tell me no one fight here as a ambassador. Because I mean Obama filed about 60 cases against Obamacare in Amulusun Wako. Oh, Amulusun Wako. Those guys they were just trying to reverse the status quo. And if you are personally, if you want to say in 1960. That is not the gap between the rich and the poor. No? The income level no, it's about 69 times. 69 times. After 65 years, I end up in 169 times, which means say the wealth of the world, you know, still are Pushiko, just 1% of the world's population, the Pushiko or more. The day and the deba, and she said, let's make us say 2018, we try more taxes than Donald Trump. Donald Trump try $720 as a personal tax. I think you're a businessman. The boss of me here, man, maybe try tax chair or no. But that status quo and Kofobi said no. A ban is one at the side disparity in a benefit on the Yancy son. Let's change it. Now. I didn't trick it down kakra no obi aso nye bindi obi anya kakra because akoko didi ekrom nye de people still don't want to change it. So America say na make you menoka say still no federal minimum wage $7.50. Na okunini bi edi nkomo bi mamate o say enipa omo earning between $700 and $2,500 an hour. They have been able to convince those who earn $25 an hour. Say, omo earning $7.50 are their problems. And it is working now today. Today I'm in Okase. Because those at the top has been able to convince those in the middle that those at the bottom, because you're undocumented, they are the problems. But meanwhile, the resources are not coming down. So you cannot tell me that you want to change the status quo in this arena. No. MAGA, make American great again.
Now what digress you here? Oh, now what yes?
Yeah.
Main street no. Esan say.
You remember.
Yeah. Kasa or kasa fidie isu nyina na I'm very certain say yes you stethoscope or say san organ meboa. Na eno na yes you pese hu the ammunitions that we need to put on so that we will be able to fight and change that stethoscope into no twaso.
Unfortunately,
chance of visa question could to have.
Oh, okay. So,
unfortunately, the way system near Jumano, when your status quo, no, so significant. We've been changing status quo, but we don't trumpet it. We've been changing it on daily basis. You know, my enemy, as a send be because Ghana, Vienna, Metadia. We are on the same pocket. Mrs. Sano, and you're so insignificant. Tell say you're Bekesika over $40 million. Say, young Franco Prepra, what a never go back for name passing. Say, Kono is the sun status quo. The impact would have been greater. We will feel the impact on the street of Accra. The status quo, we've been changing it. Papa, we have been changing it. Who baby has said me could be. So, one says some voices that they are not doing it. Young Penny Mahama, for instance. Here you know, you near Cotonou Sisebia, Obetima Senema, because he's the only vice president. And the president catching yes, certain committees here, the criminal issues we have to see. He was the president, and the time, near appointees benefited double salary for 8 consecutive years. But who any NDC appointee be or Bekasa against it, that phenomenon. But who be end up a Kufuado show by a also called on the fabric was one saying some in I go into a bear who took him Shagum, Babis in there. Oh, yeah, Mitchell. America, almost America or so, about $350 million. And Ghana bet me at all. I won't talk at least young fans about $400 million. Ghana bet me we should have been able to raise money to buy them. But meanwhile, you can made them man some money the GM $510 million. Yeah, what's really in I couldn't make them if I call them, we don't know. So if you tell me these guys are coming to change the status quo, we are joking because he is asking for equity whereby there's something enough for. So until see you bring your beat to say Magafu on the scene or the Subambiadi, we so bet in Assassin. You will be working up so glass campaign, you know, so Jenny Obani and Huna Ibia. But Kabori and now Travi also say people are seeing it. So it's the best Bibi Bisana 7
Bibi, for a question, bro. Why?
Yo, Papa, me chia obi abi man. Eyi na me sounds like say Obama care no. If you see cases there about something number of cases in court. Now I'm say that system not like it. If it's me the about Ghana, same fan say VHS here or Mushasi na enkofozi enkrani ni diye na dia double track na nko video court say VHS no and but a kwan a mo fa so feeding kra no enye enti court nhwe ne kan yensesa no sa system no yenzo betimi di asesa ne ma o Ghana. If it is possible like that in Ghana? Nah, if possible, I didn't know ya ne yen issue no. na always no ye na ye ato akora no ne nsufi ni nyina gu o ade ne enye ba no watwam na ye nkoye nim da bia ko echi a ne eba so and then specific thing be ye bit me apply such a system in Ghana say abandon the policy be aba.
Yo, any Petron?
What
your question? I'm say what
okay. Okay, me that's it. Where the man met to know that in fact, and your court to woman that quiet, but I will Congress you know. A woman no more raising question say no more to shaba. I don't know what to show or more to shaba about 60 times. A time not Democratic majority. In Obama can winning. At one time, Republicans equal majority. In Obama care winning. At one point, it could do point like John McCain almost passing or Congress, a man by Senate. It is not that John McCain pay or better about us or Trabano Manoa, who moved to Obama came. So I've been papa cancer, no mauda hospital. So no much. Omo the ambulance gba na ko fa ni free oba no better no Obama care can be obi be say adan na Obama care esa America for yina yare obi say a healthy nation is a wealthy nation na nipa bi kire say me mpese mo ba dey say ade no obi say nipa ne say iti uti me ko ne say because the boy here the boy only be for Ebuamo Bawafo. Iti bibi to be a mixemu ya to be a Ghana parliament to be with me raise course be with me raise issues say no this part of Obama care is not working so let's change it. They are got to swaba regardless of whoever is in power no. Obama care to me has survived all these years up to today. Iti Ghana they maintain this say you beside any people. No. Say the airport ya fen your mark and no matter kutokufu umi ni ma yembo ma wedi ebeyede pa
you na papa nka yen standard na de nka ho nka bitimi afa because
okay
and ya this kabumu ani apelo ya binanka ya di change
okay I see and I say yeah de was say yen so timi tue botom nyesa
bet me say the bia na e kazeka yen sponsor ba ko no akoy parliamentarian the dwumadi obedie no na next time na sponsor ba ko ti ka ba na get start e ke obe 30 20 and 5 e parliament
I see
no ko mo champion course but oba nipa ba go so am person me president won so constitute me bia or constituency bia you must get any people all emfa where's now who says
you interesting pa me say in some way be in some so pa yo me yanko me say kwabena make said that so owi a ofa kwame you come in why ofa kwame na waba enti kwabena make why you ready there bamaso
papa adwin kasi na chief justice no mo maka obi aho ye de
wo mo ho ye pa so side ho de me boa
obi aho ye madwuma na ma increase na me ho na me ameka se kwabna nti wo mpa oba bi ntina ka baby a wodi na wasan akwo ba kwa ma say babysitting ekumi papa enye adwuma ketwa papa babysitting ye mo da me pedi ke no say aha katafo no say daycare no mostly o na daycare no be ko ne afefo mo hwe ba o mu African kwada na te say bia wo Kumasi ne bia obi fi frafrani abewo na da gati ni abewo no o say o mu ni na akola no ya wonu Kumasi o ba sera o mu ni na kan we bi so that say sana na ago na ko enti eja me mpasse mitino ni a mehwe ma de
we are say we semo
ko di ni bia baba
ense wo na o sen kam twa video na me de koma me de video bi koma samsafo na be kan ho na o sen kam di bi bro akwa na o stop ni nu ya say mo enjoy status quo no so na akwa di ni tiesi form a once nkramofo no wodu tisi for my what time I was upija uti now sorry time na so ama ni nua no masole but akwa ne tisi form say ne tisi form no wono no nyaahye ne na akwa na hwe no wata tafritaf na no ase ho za akwa we die kwa bna nua fa kwa bna nua
baba na adana to of chimka se mi na minim so hamburger crowd na o se watra hamburger da
nya hamburger so me kotna mines kakra Germany kakra man chekra ho no
mines na mi Germany kakra metua me fangu papa so ma me fatiti ni
oboa Germany be na atie kabi miango
baba
kabi
baba
yes
me chiba Nigeria di 46
Germany can be sesi am yanko I don't know sir can be Vigate
good o say ana ni o ka o dey hear you know o dey fire e dey tear you know baba
cause
asama ye ken o say esida o kai me bi a norm asamba e no kai norm
that's right
okay norm you know o say say mu ya candidate o
of course
o say kwa na asamba bi si
of course
and na norm ba ya de bi ari uri say o kwa na say de bi ya norm papa he ensesa pa change hard o say yo baby e bi na ye wo am say de bi am say kwabena defend aban kwabena defend MPP for ni ade so na bia be hu say nipa bi nso e wo the other side afi say nko pesa change na nka e bi on fe say me mpe no ba mo say bia enema bi tesa na afi ade na me say me ye na ade no mo say nipa na san fi wa begina me position na afi o tinu obi say na change ben na omo so omo pe no yes ye pe change pe say bia de o man ko nanim e bia ne ye me face nka ye change e be change ni e ma no nipa say de bi sa change we de emwa ubo say nche na nyankopon ayi puma kwam na bia odi obi foforo abegina ho na e bon say bia ye support the same person say ade na o ye ne de eno ne de eye so nti papa say e benya change pa ko yanim as enye Ghana nko apese o say man for the US ne niam bebre ne ade aye mfato ho so ade nti na bia hiafo ye say ka wiase nyina kwa America for na mu yeska for na say yeska for dia ade nti na nipa ho kire wo mo man mu na bi say ke enye niam bi ebebo a obi say da bi ma ye moa ye hwema nipa ni ngu ana say ye mo kwa ahohiahiem ene sa na ema no nti papa change pa say nipa so pe change no emsa na gina ba bi a odi pa ni gina ana say eni ema bi a na ade say na no say ni ye say e bi akoka bi say o ye sycophant o ye say o be say the same asem no obi ko gina sycophant side na ka say o ye sycophant was say bi you don't know the meaning of sycophant e what no say yeah say ye friends kremoniga Muhammadullah no zampa enipa e was asisi obi ene wo so pe change was asisi so papa ye de Ghana eye mfato ho ni okuja to ablakwa ensem e bai nka eno de bi ansem ana mbeka me mpesa akra chi na asem a e bibi enti se me mpena asem o papa obi o enya atwumi nipa bi a me mpena asem se bi a ye nyina wo ho a wo se aha aduane we bi enye se obi adi se aduane we enye ebi odi kura ubewu ana se eyeskafu aduane na gina wo hia ni ukodi se aduane no mi wa twa ho akire ho no ma no akọ odonsa kọ bo aduane nim na wadi okuja to ablakwa yo bi a se papa kura na bi Nyankopon ya wadom no akọ nya ba bi na wote a wo se de nti na wote sa bia ye ho no pa ono fight for say niam na yade nyina no equity no ubusa na bi a ye kọ ye busa na adwuma oye na adwuma oye na senka ka ebi atatam no papa ade toto adwuma kura na aye ho na bi a ka senka akura nka tos as edan wo Ghana nka bi anka itrasako so tu busa se onipa na ono so ye photocopy no eti mi di photocopy we akwa akoto dan wo Airport Hills as wa change obi din akoto no mo me ka cha papa je eti se go nsem sisinzem zo papa je se o mu lusu power pe e na crash bi akoda bi na o ka sisa akoda no so se wakoto dan 1.5 bi o ba bi atoba akwa ma na yira atoba akwa mo no akasa no ho eti se go asam na ye kan ena papa je ko ya allegation ena o fi asam a okuja to be kan nyina they say 8 years ago na papa je ka asam e ka za atam na watena ho no ma be si ene ono de ono tena saa bia ye hono mo a eye because ebi ono yu kujetu blackwa ti ono tena ho eye but the ono ni neighbor de oni ho kwan say so tena ho papa o yes change na also wo pe say bia pe say bia equity obi eye adwuma nkonfa nukredie enye adwuma say be move o man forward no papa na e wo hemfa nke be na ge bia nka wote adenta ho baabi ana wote sakumo no ho baabi so hu ba wote prime area as ordinary MP usika 15,000 papa $1,000 o was obi a salary $1,000 no ultimate tena this prime area but any other person be intimate tena honom na papa change na o se wo pe no and I fight for change no na change no when papa so oba yen ba bi e we ya say bi you UK ni ade obo so obi honom na ni abre pass o fight for bibia papa obeko na bi ordinary people na nyina na ete emenge ye enema nyina escafo ntam fight man hia for sa ho because escafo no omunye omusika nyina afi ahiafo ene ade won say na say me won say o say kwa me despite aye ade kama bi wo Ghana se museum bi ade na busa na this way ya na ekofa sky ba ya uja for the year say ni me na say ade fofuru bi na kwa this way no be ahifo na enom dodo na ahifo na enom this way ne pa papa here boy na no mo it is can be any go fight ma hiani so hu papa o hwe ekire ha ase wo fast no isuna doso
I see
enti no
anti ye be sama bi na ansa na abekọ no enye bia wo school na wo teacher ni bia wa ma na wo jubilate se wa ma
Mr. Wilson and Mr. Wilson.
Who the name Mr. Wilson? Oh.
Yeah, Mr. Wilson. One time dinner, one time pet. And I said me na me ha you pa na me near din rough. One time pen or spare me. And I'm no team me mama won e kra. Me nya hwe ko team me mama won e kra o baby keke. Oh mama won e keke. Team me mama won e wo baby kra bi o kra sam ne mfa me ho kra na say me ko asem bia ho. Mama won e kra sana.
Ohia otimi ko ho nyesa.
Aha, that or one me ansana and someone no create me yes. Na why I didn't know. Ubia won the master. That is Ubia wo teacher ni a Ubia. O teacher no. Ubetimi nya teacher ni so a ono so power sempa. Ni oba ko so no ya da me fele me. Pa so o mo abu se o ya da o fele ono. No ye guy. That is ono no pense hu ye ne de. Ono ne no fele mfa ne fa ne fiagboji. Fiagbe. Enti no Ubia won e de.
That's right. You
Papa,
yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's
the way be last one. Just say me will be able to say be a Ghana ka me kwei. You be cross me there, Papa. And you think I say pudu nche.
I see.
You know, I had him wie. Papa, I had
him. Ghana de unwi.
No, I had him.
Ghana de unwi.
Me not sure, Papa. Me not sure. I mean to me guarantee because Bible na say na ka chem say yenwo ne sha sa si suma menya. So, ba am sha sa si so a as still a yenya menya no. Yes, say increase population no. That's it.
Na enkomo ya we dey ya utimi no yiri dis ankomo na say
Papa better no dis ankomo no. Papa better no dis ankomo no. Say enkomo bi ho no ma we kind of back door. That's it. Untiminka. Ana Papa, remember so mu yiri o. Papa na neme bi wo no bitimi say, "Say coming kwa, come me dey we for mu." So say bi a yiri kra ho no ma. Onu kra so wo so turu no. So dey o ye so ya o. Onu suru ba, o so no woni me bi ho. Papa be say,
I see.
Course bi ba kra na, utimi yi wani kra say unhu. Na wo bon pa ye say na ni me fa ho. Usuru. Kizana asemne.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's why. Thank you. Kwabena ye dia, ye hwe ne mo fa kwabe akwabe. Na ye ngwe ni. Ofa kwabe. So otimi nka bamaso.
Adwen kesi o.
Ofa kwabe boko de.
Boko na mehu se owo ahen ni
nti opeso sacrifice more of a chum. Okay. All right then. No problem. Mama sacrifice yan call so. Why? I think say enche cry me ja baton no dia ma na say the air corner na no race ni sa pepepe e de mai. Nti of a chum say wotemi nka bamaso.
I drink kefio.
Na ofa. Ye jo so so ho ye de.
Nyamiado, me who ye pa.
Good. Na offer, and then come with DNA very simple.
Okay.
Say, yo, meaning say, oh, can Crawford, open say, status quo, no, the city and enquy, and open say, yes, son, you want to fight. Na neighbor see who say, open say, okun, SSN status quo, akotare bay, and was a oshe, just a preparation ben, there was a oyo, in order to take on that battle. You want you know bibra omaba asasi so in a quest to change the status quo. What happened to them? And to change the status quo no and better say yes Yeshua or buy na opeso status quo no but why win the tour champion no right?
Yeah.
Martin Luther King munyina so mo buy say one person status quo right? We know. And yes to be forewarned is to be forearmed. Enti yeah back as a fidie so me sure say be a champions for the change of the status quo. Na ebe say isua ana ye huni ma wo say ye de akotare to say the Ephesians chapter 6 no kan ye no say armor of God. So okay Bible means and all Bible name okay all right. It is just an example, right? Enti ye pese hu Anyama was we put on so that we will be able to efficiently fight and change the status quo. Any offer chum boy nkomo kakra how dey need
sa asemu ye wo dey up to eponsi ye kono with nyansa a strategy se wo nipa ba ko asante pokwa ye wo bi ebu ni se wo ye be me pia ye kujaw. So far, ha in Ghana and Africa, they are not yet individualistic and yet why. See a young fatu hua. And I've drawn this example severally. I'll continue to draw those examples. Mr. Free, United States of America. America, or minor, to say 50 states. And Peniphobi, no almost start here, no me 13, 1-3, from the founding fathers. The first President Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, John Adams, almost started from New York, Massachusetts, Maine, what kakrebi our East Coast. And tina a Kambumu, almost frasier with and Kambumu, and yet individual one person per agenda, baby. And na in kakra, they from normally 13, 1-3. And na a quite back over count 14, 15, now 50. Now, so ye Ghana and Africa, for so many years, a year individual, ye Jamujra individual, none one by 2 years now. There were about 4 or 5, 6 individuals, and yet ya can't wow platform. This is a yen kabum. I did not beat me now. One thing now, yet to me, arrest of power away from MPP and NDC. The sign young son. Any akomano still it keeps on eluding war Ghana into a yadreno so yadreno and ye papa you need the spirit of Nkambomu. You're very selfish people, you're egoist, and ye will be a one way I can't boom yet to me no once any ya pre 2 minutes chimu a whole sadi and nipa kakrebi. They don't create even playing field for the country or mining said they abrochre for aye ama me no be no cry free Kumasi yen kan wo home no be no United Kingdom so many years. United Kingdom are 4 countries: Wales, England, Scotland, Northern Ireland. And so what creative condition ama me no be free Kumasi ye kwa we fit in well yet me ye adwanya sika kra be ye japade we Ghana ha e koba me de me ho ye example. Yenti sa a quino the even playing field na abrofo aye and the Union of America 50 states ya kan bomuno. Yenti be be Ghana ha. Ebe payment next month near the 68 years from 1957 to 68. Still no ye ka say ya ban aba asante MPP for say wo mo aban na aba wo me akam for party NDC for say anrafo ana in for party. Still the unity of purpose It's not sinking into our thick heads. Into agro. Yeah, the end of the agro a dorsal. We are tribalistic. Now, semi what Jenny could see to pass. I would say a woman senior modern history, in terms of politics and societal management of society, and starting from Greece. The Greek philosophers, Aristotle, Plato, Socrates, they identified 3 groups of people in every society. The Francis society, we are 3 groups of persons. One group will be from citizens. Another second group will be from tribesmen. And the third group will be from idiots. So, tribes people, the idiots, the crow. Citizens, and the journey, you create even playing field. Really, when you look at Ghana and Africa, when you go to Europe, all the developed nations now, citizens, they built the nation. You build it, and ripple effect on even immigrants. United Kingdom for 52 years. Benefit of whilst living 52 years of my life in London. Ghana have a biada. No way. No way. The unity of purpose, any even playing field, citizens, advocacy na a war London and me benefit. Yeah, because you are benefits. Menya copy say, Womutia meka copy said da me will. Get no government of Ghana can pay me. Sika British government demand until that. No, they cannot. The amount of money I get is even more than the salary of a minister. Ghana MPs 15,000 cedis. British government pays me more than that every 28 days until I die. So I have a better deal. Having traveled to United Kingdom to educate myself and then work and then build my pension. Question, emuna ma treat you on different levels. Say just say in Kambomu. Then Kambomu, the Ghana, they are not the Kakan and Yajuma. I've been away through your body, pass every pip neck, Yentimin can your home. Ya can't. Intimate the unity of purpose. Yen crack a clear your platform. See, you can't see a key one boom. I be Massa, Enru, you started next Tuesday, Enru Friday, and talk about and tell. Yes, so that is the tragedy of the black man. It's tragic. I wish all of us, St. Francis of Assisi, or Kasemi said, where there is a will, there's a way.
There's a way.
Yeah, you need a will. Where there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, you need the will. We don't have the spirit of excellence. We don't have the spirit of excellence. No, the spirit is very egoistic and selfish. Me asantini me pray bibiako adankwa me mami krum. Ye cry the enkwa ya say wo mami no papa na do abawiase. Isi asa chem say wo mami no papa no wo mami fie ekura ase na wo fie wo papa krum de wo fie ho. We don't have the spirit of unity. Baby. Wo mami no papa nyina me create wo. Isi asa chem say culture say ya chem wo mo papa me wo papa. Enso wo mami krum na wo papa krum de wo fie ho. Ye ka say asantimemu akola de wo nyini wo papa fie no nka ho. So disunity, we are fragmented at every level of our lives. So what did I say? Akola wo nyini wo papa fie no nka ho. Won't be that. Ye kan tire wo abushim. Yes, we don't. You see the way we think. The problem with black people, the quality of our thinking and the quality of our reasoning. A mother and a father have brought a child into the world. And she has said, Tim, everybody here do pass hey. Papa na wo dear, and so massa, papa we are no business, we a janka. Papa if you call cry, no person be pamunia or you knew papa will wear your call. So you see, this is how you tickle your money, so this is what I know, this is what I see, and to me I find it very tragic. And I'm referring the Ombako in them because they have the spirit of unity. United States started with a founding father 13. The leaders from Massachusetts, from New York State, from Maine, from New Jersey, we had 13. And then kakra 50 different states, the mightiest in terms of military, in terms of economy, in terms of development country on earth. because of unity. Kwame Nkrumah Selassie 1963 they attempted say yes can Africa boom ebepem ne yentimi
yo wafa
for yentimi tua enti I think about said your question.
You've said quite a lot. Just making reference to Yenua BB anu ya odi kan de ma question we no em say osite you said im busa no akotare bay na won say yehye said the bay ya because you see he said the American no the people who came into this world to change the status quo, to change the way things were done no o ma nya na hogo no enti we asked what preparation and I was say yo said yeah back as a fidi so nyina me very certain say and maybe one my persesa enti ahoboa ben na was yo in order to do that na bibi am I and ema miensa was say e di kan I was say wow person was such status quo no ultimi your ho adwuma you have to work on yourself. On my example say okasayem how you talk to people, right? Untimi enkosa bia okọ kire obi kwan pa na onfa ateni enhyase enkodi patronatem, right? You wouldn't get your way through because the very moment that happens no mo franketing kitimpo no asa say oya wajin say obebuli wo mo a odo babu wo mo de but wo mo so wo mo be kire wo mo bobira say wo munamuna bi no say enya nyade a obi apen him kan into I say you have to work on yourself. That's the first one. The second one I say give a hand before you ask for a hand. She say opeso status quo now you have to give something so to the society, and then the society may be able to fall on what you are giving them, and then they give you the bigger platform for you to change things. And the second akotari ano wakasa was here, and the third one the sacrifice. I say we need to be ready to sacrifice, right? Say why you say or sacrifice ya. You will never be able to change the status quo. Na with the offer many sanwo say emre bi atwam offer German sarcasm bi na o say na nem say samre na one the corpo say na enam so ka say ton fi na ko bua campaign okay.
Me kai pa. Me na no.
We me kai pa. Sacrifice ni bi ebi no. Enti sa obekaya osikani bi ko Yesu ho. Say onya dey watimi akọ soro aheme mo kai. O say ton ho ne ma nyina nefa koma ehianfo. Sacrifice ni bi eno. If we are ready to sacrifice there, and then say we are ready to change the status quo. BB points in your or the man offer briefly. What you say?
Menino intimi the evidence available to an point to say, sir, examples on my and then a German and your kind of Emribia Tremino and Yejuma. Medica can't say. There were very good historical templates available. Yehunu the Yankophobia ye come fast. Nye bini die. Menya sure say America, the founding father Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, John Adamson will be told or no ni fie back open. No. And will be a casa de theater will be a near papa or Sergeant for Kwame Nkrumah was starting the African Unity Program. When did will be at him? Kwame Nkrumah one if you know be no at all. The whole world. Every funny could to Kabu SST, all the banks, Swiss bank account, one. We need if you could in what tongue. One in time, the suit, and I say, what the stamp of bomb say, we are that here, a property of Ghana. Full stop. And some catchers are 1 ton of BBR. M say, minimum to me, and Yagin. M say, I don't know, more Casa 7, would a German's and a Miniana Bay or kind of. Menya sure say asem solution what
na onse offer one example bi sisi a 1 second onse one example bi sisi a o say obi say ne ntare a wo no wo de stamp bomb say wu a yemfa ma de
Ghana.
Okay, 1 second. It tells you say
ne last kura akano. He is sacrificing it for the greater cause. It is so okay. She kura the Indian can go or the member dodo. It's one example now. Oh man, actually say that person, even the little that they one every me.
Papa, Mr. Yeah, and we sacrifice now we can say. So could be a by move. On say no, and son I'll be MP, and son I'll be president. Uboka pa Uboka. And the environment say what Bokanawi and what could be president. So yes, me kotimika and the other back door be beba, no aje contract be beba now or the affair. 2 person till carry Anzania be papa dia anymore. And the sacrifice they say, can I walk on makaninka? You have to be selfless leader. And son what you not changing name man. Eh gracia 2 person changing. One Jim ye and Zan wajo Nessa yet a year Sabia influence says Muhammad de Bema Nana Jana. Muhammad Jenny we are Nana J. Say we try as gracia and yet. But so 1 hour tissue no sacrifices say. Miss me yibi ye come. So yes, that was the sacrifice I'm talking about. I'm not saying Zebia do say koton idea now they are better. No. But no say it happens when you trying to win the people, the heart of the people. And it be a will be no name for nature. What's his school na be a momo. No so papa ni yamu ye na bra boy. Because and then people use this technology, but they use it in a wrong way. So
okay. All right then.
Developing yourself and also education can most of our leaders and also no. Or more number. Or because your parliament on Tibrofo on Timmy Cambrofo. So on to represent people in parliament. Bebre more number. So boy I didn't go to a girl one new in Kofobe Chaf and Huama. Yes, it's also peso change system. So until you work on yourself, you have to be knowledgeable.
Okay.
One, I feel no, and yes, be a minimum was getting to Abama. At the end, why am I? Oh, what got trouble? Trace, I won't hear my Obaya, me free Antimon to Abama, maybe easy. What's all say? One more, what train on some more? No, most was
okay.
And I want more community, I be what more school, then be a momo. Says a old boy. It almost boy dear, it's me piano crab and
okay.
That is why you give a hand before you get a hand. And now, men can say my boca, my courses with me, I'm here with me to me, but to make that is a sacrifice. What home, I mean, I did 2 minutes. Now, what sacrifice? They know what change your dear. Now, who enjoy a dear Nagajas or Mudia Mamu Nibia? Empha.
We need to state categorically. Clay. Say some suffer idea but a kind of sacrifices and our sacrifice it comes in many forms. You may doing this sacrifice. But I don't just say is the end. Until we sacrifice more, we are able to achieve more. We sacrifice more, we are able to achieve more. Indeed, over June. And then we can move on to the comment.
And say, the tragedy of the African situation, and say, you need the spirit of excellence. We don't have it because you're free. I can say next month, March 68 years. Somewhere in Europe and the Western world are developed. There are good. International good templates. In fact, Kumasi, me friend. Not your friend, the Garden City of British West Africa. That was the status. November 1961 was part of that generation when the Queen of England came. I was a schoolboy standing in front of Kumasi Airport runabout and April Joe Fair. Queen or the play on the Kwabisi. And next year, Kumasi was in Siano. You cannot call it the Garden City. And you felt, your progress here do baby papa. And yasa yeti baby. And now what baby answer was hard at here. Now because Abrabo ye bo a quiet name, young pot yen for young quiet. Ye be a ye wo a gun on the Africa. Black people, you need this. You brabo biara you quiet. We start off on a good pattern, and then within 5-10 years, now you slip. So unity of purpose, and kabo munka ya de papa pa. Ye kura ye kase mu asante fo mpani wo kwa himfi a wo mta praye wo kabo mu a na e pray ye wo yin makoma kwa empra, which is true. Then so thing wo platform kakra ya so akontufo ye ya dwene pa se ye ti kubia masa eni nansa ebegu. Because the quality of the way we think, the quality of the way we reason, are problematic. Yes, will be because one obey a penny, will be because they say, yeah, can create some coke, too much in content, too much in words and very short in content. That is the way we approach. And in Tiama, Yen Kabomu said, ya brofo etimia Kabum, US of A, starting with 13 states and then 50. Over Europe, France for General Charles de Gaulle, when they started European Union. One start here, kakra. Ekoye 28 states in Europe. Ekabomu mani ye. Why say Organization of Africa? 56 states. Yent from 1963 to now. Yent. This is the scientific data I'm giving you. We cannot. We don't have the spirit of excellence. We don't have the spirit of unity of purpose. Europe, 28 states in Europe. The friend EU, Oman, Yomo European Union. Mimi Babu trade not Germany, currency friend of the Deutsche Marks. Germany name, East Germany, West Germany. And then Womatimia Akabum, I have one united Germany. And then the Organization of African Unity, OAU, 1963. Kwame Nkrumah, Haile Selassie, Modibo Keita of Guinea, Secretary, Modibo Keita of Mali, Secretary of Guinea. One started Nene, Kakra, Afedia break, Nanokra, Sahel states, Burkina Faso, Niger, one could free, Echo Wasinum. Listen, Mumianka and Ukraine, let us unite this tickling ourselves and laughing. We don't, your mindset, before you team in Kabomunda. No, we don't have that spirit of excellence. Now, it's your best for that template. Now, it's now me and you will be asked. At the moment, me I see from afar, and I'm going back over 50 years. Say all attempts we have made under leaders sacrificing. See a kind of boom.
Okay, all right.
We are fragmented.
You
so
over.
This is the data. This is Obi betu ya challenge the American. Me say yen timinka. Ya the quality of our thinking, the quality of our reasoning.
Emma, you offer June. Yeah, that's it. Pa. And yeah, more of a Kwame Mra.
Over June. Over June.
You.
Yes. I'm bringing me away.
You offer Kwame.
Yes.
I'll let you come in. Now watch the wajune. We are. I'm say Bema Benewa. Oh, any Abi and so Emra. Almost much of margin. Why?
Over smiling me pacho.
Yes.
Come say BB take you over now. Me Adibia block me on.
No problem. What the wajune? Chirewajune me uncle. Why? Chirewajune me.
Dear. If you say I will hold say only hope. When there's no hope, that is a BBA say. We are over to me. What bed dress here, come on. But no, the solutions to all. And one is there, you better shake one year, you bring your solutions. Friend is saying, Petron buy no, or beside 3 figures be. Bako Makufuli. Bako ne 2 from Burkina Faso. That Burkina Faso no, we are neighbors. Yes, it could be we are cousins. The word is we are cousins. But one more culture near culture no, different. One more no, ye free bibi Burkina Bay, ye kase Burkina Bay. The Chinese say a mind of integrity. And the woman bra yen Ghana for ya create this system be aba a divide ye no. They are turning out patriots. Just say Burkina, one more future because the people who are coming out from, one more bay say Burkina betras and a Ghana so you divide here because system no and it already culturally differences no gum. If you were on more and our society say one more day integration no cry impossible because our real cry differences. So, but over the other side that and yeah, ethnics organ in practice it sad, you know. Minimum obia or catch me say, Ubo mode ko worry or baby free a certain group will be more. Put me tria okay we are or bano or your wood or property. Just your dear. Nema yo bibia. And here systems. Now systems are ye won't organ and a conflicting. And bandra British are buying better no. If you be working in defenses no. Near multi-down tribal defenses no. You it's hanging around us. And in Tina, still you me embody nation no. Are you divided? And this year but twice to say dear. I hold the obet me a say hope no edin. But yakasi ya solutions are. And no dear, Ofie Boni, while Kwame Nkrumah say, Kwame, African unity now, Breno. You are going to build with people, group of people, know how no, they don't consider it. Nimdiano, and yadi here woman, and here for now group woman. How long can you build a society of a here for on your ready so mobekonimu? Now, union will stay. I give you only 10 years. Okay, Kwame Nkrumah 10 years. Where you know, in if we say about the African Union, even headquarters, China for the basic MIA. Your universities were Ghana. You were quite peer with me. I international in Africa. Intra African projects. I bet me a mere tree name. Yan resources name for Bessisaqui. Say DRA and as they say a Kwesi Honum. The leading country resources and yet comparable. And as they say, Womunya PC Day. And so what's obey solution now? Solution is there. But they can say how to apply it. And the Ghana, Africa, no Ghana, one. Yes, solutions in the whole, they are there. But the Benyan dedicated people to say Ibrahim Nom, Oma Besuyemu, Niachichiro Omayo, and only Adia Eboye. In Africa, no dear, any Ghana, no, Omania. Womania say young nature. Nasani yes, could be a chapter be about Yami. Nature creator no why you so generous in terms of environmental resources. Nakoshe I said, we can any share man temo but I said Mokra moye ding. And Timothy said gold value chain in Suya Media Mamu. Evo value chain soya media mamu. Mo sorry anopa mo musa mo say dear Dani na mudi how do you maintain your life? Because a platform be so and no more can say the first thing in Ghana make us say no is oxygen. And to be protect your lungs. Said you be ya ube transi achi. So, when you go for the free in forest in Africa, no. resources a woman, you know, but the bet say and sass, and only a cock crown home, a friend is saying, mercury, cyanide, and it's so poisonous materials at the bedroom. Now, yeah, as I join a footing. As I say, tuna, yeah, fish, no, Gulf Coast to Hormono. In I poison. That Yankopo, one way say, MSA near moon, or boy say, ye me ye. Until we must question ourselves, say, are we doing the service that is demanded of us? With Manuesi.
Wafa Kwame, ese ordinary wesi. Yate. The question is very simple. I know say baha o kasa nyina no when it so na say o penny say and you maybe a entwa yie within the society no I was sesa. I mean, let's be frank with ourselves. Change is constant. It's one constant thing in this life. But for change to happen, no, it takes a lot. It takes a lot for change to happen. Obi crack I say or say wisdom. Say you free, but no cry no. You have to pay attention for you to get it. Eti say o pese status quo na ya se musa ye busa nyina ene ahoboa be na so yo ansa na wetumi assess status quo no ahoboa be na so yo so that you be able to also support people who are also trying to change the status quo. Of a true say we don't have that spirit of unity. You can equally put it say we don't have that supportive spirit. And the people who you feel say they are also working towards also of a chum the way we think. And the people who you feel or you think say they are working towards revolutionizing the thinking of the people that you want to change, or to support to be now the mass microphone. Ebi no, right? Enti ahogwabe and I was say yo in order to be able to change the status quo. That is the question that we are asking ourselves today. And sana abi beba no. Bema benewa. So I ready mute ni enko bamaso.
Papa, I don't say na Papa ma abi mra later.
Okay. No worries. No, Mate. Ene abi gamanche bamaso.
Yeah, Papa Smiley, I've been here. I'm a bit busy. But the topic is interesting. So let me see if I can squeeze something in it.
Okay, you.
Papa Smiley, you are talking about the status quo or status quo. Is that the topic?
Before I go back, I said, "No, I'm born to you." No, Masaka,
how we can change the status quo?
Preparation, Benny, before we can do that.
Papa Smiley, you see, anytime you hear the word change, the change itself brings about so many questions that you have to answer. Okay. What you want to change from what to what? That is the most important thing. Are you now a square and you want to change into a circle? Or are you now a triangle and you want to change into a trapezium? I think that is the elusive part of what we miss. Change. And some of the elements which go into change I mean, if you want to change, what do you want to change? Change in beliefs. Do you understand? You want to change your belief system, or you want to change your behavior, or you want to change your policies? I mean, you have to answer all these questions. It's not, you see, we have a tendency in our part of the world where we feel that merely mentioning the terminology or merely mentioning the concepts, then the thing has happened, which has been elusive to us up to now. Baba Smiley, status quo. The status quo means how things are at the moment, or how we are doing things at the moment. Some people want that to remain the same and forever. But the interesting thing about status quo is this. The status quo used to be the standard at some stage. The status quo used to be the benchmark at some time. So maybe the situation we are in now used to be our target for change. We have reached there, and that has become the status quo. That has become, the standard at the moment. Do you understand? But the question is, are we happy with the standard we are in now, or we want it to be better? Some people feel, oh, this is okay. We've done this for years. So to them, the status quo must prevail. The way we do things now should prevail. We've done it for years. This is what our grandparents or forefathers did it. So we are living in our grandparents or our forefathers' standard. Is it fit for our purpose? Is it serving us? That is the area of our struggle. But in progressive societies, progressive countries, they always want to improve the status quo. That is why, Baba Smiley, if you observe, you may go to a big shop, Marks and Spencer, big shop. You go there today. By the time you reach there in the week's time, they have rearranged, they've changed the positions of the thing they display last. You get lost even before you even come and find, oh, now this thing is here. On a country basis, some people have it as a philosophy, a way of doing things, a way of thinking, like the Japanese. They always want to push the goalposts by way of continuous improvement. At any point they want to make it better. And that is why I used to quote one of my favorite authors. I mean, he was a CEO in a way, Andy S. Grove. He said, only the paranoid will survive. Those people who are not happy with the status quo, they will survive. And he was right, because the sector he was in IT at the time, Andy S. Grove used to be the CEO for Intel. Do you understand? Because at the time, the chips market was very, very competitive. So if you want to play with the status quo, you'll be left behind. So you must always be paranoid to improve the situation you are in. If you play by the status quo, you'll be swallowed by somebody else. But we seem to be so happy with where we are, with what we are in. The world has moved ahead of us. That is a problem we have. And some of us are not happy knowing what we know or seeing what we are seeing. So we have to change our belief system. I mean, those who are religiously something, don't misconstrue my use of the word belief. You understand? Your belief system is not only your religious system, but what you believe to be possible, what you believe can improve where you are. We have to be continuously reviewing our approach, the way we do things to life, our approach to life. Then what processes do we have in place? And those processes need to be improved every day. We have insisted that the president must appoint everybody. So when the president comes, he is also following the status quo. He cannot sit there and say, come on, let's question this thing. It's not working. Why should I only appoint NDC people? They may not have the skill set I need to do the job. They may not be the best. But because what the status quo says, he's living it. So the failure even starts from leadership. They always want to play by the status quo. This morning I was listening to Joy News, and some people came on regarding this MP's rubbish. What Ghanaians need is, the MP should come down and come and say sorry. And Ghanaians will forgive them. I was furious. I said, that is all we know. That is all we know. We joke with our lives. Joke. Proper. We are. Papa Smiley, I expect these people to be punished. Either they lose their privileges in parliament or they have to disqualify them in a way. It's less than 2 weeks that these people called Vamawo to go and they thought they were disgracing him. But they have rather disgraced themselves more. Why would they punish Vamawo and would not punish themselves? No. Look, if we continue doing what we've been doing all the time, I think we all know what, this quote. If we continue doing the same thing, nothing will change. We are always living through the status quo. We are living through what we've done all the time. We don't want change. Of course, change will not come by itself. We need an impetus. It could be an external impetus or a leadership impetus. And looking at what Mahama is doing, that is why I've been telling you people that nothing is going to change. Mahama is just doing less of the same. A typical sign of failure, a typical sign of why I say Mahama is not going to bring about any change is the way he is appointing CEOs and board members. That is how we've done it. It has not worked, but he's still dancing to the status quo. So I don't know what they are resetting. I don't know what they are resetting. Because they are following the status quo. They want things to remain as it has been. At least, if for once this man said, come on, I want to work with the best in class in Ghana. Let me advertise for these jobs and let's attract the best. Because these state-owned organizations and these institutions, they are the source of wastes. they are the source of incompetence and the source of non-progress in that part of the world. Because purposefully profile all the people who are appointed, profile them. Maybe less than 10%, I would say, have done the job before, have got some level of experience, are capable of doing it. But the majority, nothing to write home about. It's incredible. I was taken to the status quo that we want the way we've been doing things, we want things to remain the same. So we use the word change without even understanding it. The same way we use the word strategy, we don't even understand it because we don't practice it. We don't even know how to practice it. All what we do is we go and sit somewhere and use those words, just use so that they know that this one too has been to school, or this one too has a PhD, or this one too, do you understand? We don't practice it because of the knowing-doing gap. We don't know how to do it. And let me pick on Mr. Chum and Ofa Kwame. Do you remember Chum Bema and Co? That was what Mr. Chum was alluding to. Chum Bema and family. Papa Smiley.
Abi, yeah,
look, the status quo issue is very, very relevant, and it is why we are not progressing. Do you understand? It is like Mama saying, "Oh, there's Okada, so let's register Okada." There's nothing new about that. The Okada itself, you see, we don't broaden our frame of reference. Those people who broaden their frame of reference are the people who are progressing. Papa Smiley, when we were growing old, if you want to behave like Elon Musk, you want to go to heaven, you want to fly things, they say, hey, you people, what sort of mind is this? They see you as somebody out of the blue. But these people they've best the status quo. They want to do something different. But we are comfortable. The same way as, these people, most people vote for this because some people call themselves gay, some people call themselves, people haven't heard it before. If the people are doing things which are not affecting you, why should that be your problem? Why should that be a problem? Of course, the status quo holds society into orderliness or normality. But sometimes they become benchmarks which are not helpful. They become benchmarks which are not helpful. That is why when you want to set a benchmark, you must subject it to a rigorous analysis. You look at you view the long-term implications. You even have to look into the future and know at what point can we say, okay, this standard has served us for like 20 years or 15 years. Now we have to change it. That is why in this part of the world, even when they construct a road, they give it a guarantee for a number of years. After that, you have to redo it again.
Okay, Abi, thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean.
Okay, Mama Smiley, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Baby, I don't know. Bombardier. Baby, is it Bombardier? Is it Bombardier? Why that? Alex.
Yeah, Papa.
Bombardier.
No, sir.
Okay. Na me kasa na wa da be na uzu be resume adwuma.
You see, me job schedule na basa. That they because a rainy season and dry season.
Okay.
Now say Unyo Papa Kwame was so.
ɔne ɔfa kwa mem sɛ ɔse ɔno nso akɔdi baabi a
ɔkɔde bɛ no nanu ya denden ne wɔ platform so ɔkɔde baabi so.
All right.
Yes,
Yentie of Alex. In that case, we might not be able to go far. Into after of Alex, now Obia Akabi, and we just have some few words, and then we can call it a day. Perhaps this issue of the preparation we need to make before we change the status quo, no, it is quite huge. Until we may do it as a series going forward. Until Mama Alex, Yanko, now so Kabi.
Papa, I'm just a phone now. Yes. And then topic near nice one. I say more. Uti some no Chagunua, who said diverse opinions, no, a high, a mind, man, so come home with them. To me, Koyanim said, a fatan. He said, Obia fee say, the men am ye coach here, say ball way, player when I'm the ball. And no natural say, coach no assistant. Tino at the end of the day, no, Obia different. Tino, me who say, if it's some way I can, for instance, I be saying, no, can be said. Appointed or more experience over the years. You appoint or more experience, almost or more fashama. It's a sub-bia. We are changing Kakra, but said this time your farm ranty or Mususa or Munya Jumada. A almost of performance and it's a boy. Ghana, your cool leader, AJ Rollins. Ye Bonachi, actually, and then Bokina and a Bona Basso because of why cool. I don't think so. If you have to know your balance. So, that is Konua, ye bet me as a son, doesn't mean say, you bet me and as you bet much in Uganda in one time. No, a progressive agenda. For instance, and this is for over the years, no more preachy for a friend is saying, allowance, yeji, for school. Our move is there, teachers training, any nursing training, allowance. Now, upgrade the school no the core tertiary level and university in a degree. And you know how say Obi war Winneba, no ja or J low, Obi war your friend is saying Cape Coast or J low, Obi war Kwame Nkrumah or J low, Obi war Legon or J low, but Obi war St. Monica or J allowance. And you know, I don't know any penal be any allowance no be. Na the canoa or co school original or pon school no be buffia ye the pianica. Nipa oko school 4 years pianica kama. But or bus pia or better 4 years or near human. It is say obi so that you win was sans dynamics was sans ye we are. Na kwa brane say no ye bonnet. If you say, or no, what did be done? Nti say, or person Sunday, uncle for the water omara. As I open his idea, then they only ready say a betting you pay. So, the reason why I changing Uncle Sentiment man and say, the atmosphere and I a war or mine no mono and call for it. And say, society no call for change, the change will automatically come. Actually, I say, na ye to abamamo say ye to mamo na mo nye de ye pede a ye be sesan ye nsa one day e kire say ye na ye fi say ndc na mpp ne wo so da bia no o so da kro na society na nkasa be chenyi ne ho e be ye obi anwo enti no change no de enye automatic say e be ba full okay yeah that's nya de beba de ko ayi contact no beba fu ayi ya kenya Ghana nyina one time entimi happen sa enti no enema no bi besesa na enema na muhu ni nyina no ni nyina ye change no bia because
Samuel Lopez de Aro no
see obi adi e friend is saying or deep politics e chia che ana wa hunu say politics no It is not about a friend is saying a experience, a hard working. The word any power, you hard working. Then you know your friend is saying experience and the Nippon Binya. Well, be away, Juma who experience more, no? Or some work chrono who experience and so. Obetima bo chrono fine, not so. Obi away, Juma, unim so no one in na or you know what can I offer. Ain't you know, yam pem rantia, Fabi, a thing or more, ye betima control, no mark or minor Jumana swama ya. And also, no, and then acquire be to say, I'm fat to take format no I just say, yeah, you want only pa or see or person reset your mind. Reset and then say, now I be casse, Obeko supermarket bino. Now, that's sister and near money in a sibre. There was any a chinny the whole thing. But be a busy no say this all over by before from. That is it. You know, resetting no doesn't mean say yeah they are the full robin abaho. Yeah, they are one and only positions na yeah best son because the original positions na na what that no. Ebia enye adwuma. A man for fan nye adwuma said the fatanti change the position and no na yeah be na omai to say America no like yeah bibia na ye ko wie ho pesi ye example no could be America. It could be UK. I na ho no. E ho na ye pese edru standard no ye pese yes or more. Ne mum ye pese at least ye see kwan so say ye betima akoba bi o mo no bi because these people no omo ne you colonial masters you. So ka tell me say Africa ye ntimi UK for US Europe for nyina kan bom mo tima kan bom Africa ntimi kan bom African ye war colonial masters. Ya omu na decide my we decide ma Cote d'Ivoire, we decide ma Togo, omu decide ma Ghana, omu decide ma Nigeria. Etinu sanko foni nyina. Wono untumi enforce omu say oni omu kan bom wo mra obi tu omu obi bo omu ason se dabi. Ta de no mamonye. Tama kwa Nkrumah ye say o kan Africa bom no. Enye ze want to me bankrophobia makwan ena nye Ghana for nkwan ne tu no Africa for no bebre kutia for instance Cote d'Ivoire for no nyina no mo support ade no enti no this Africa development ni yi no ebe che a different between enadodo a abrofo de develop ye besi ebra o mo ba Africa ansa na ye no yetima du so mo na tabia ye bedu so mo no amoso ko mo nim foforo enti Ghana na e wo ho no akona nim o na emom enam se di odi anim a ye nto no nti na ma ye hu ne saa no because tete no na enti se de etini so hu enti se president bi ba ne na o kan se oh si amede ye friend say that's been ebesisi kromu didi wi a fatum mama police fo gina ho hwe o de to forma ye bechewa esese wo ka kire saa aban ne se ene ono so go back nwura o to go abontin no nko se sansa na wa implement saa na se obi ka se so pese wo implement ade bia go back and do the right thing say wo waje exgracia da for instance na wo su betwam a fa wo de dada no bra na se wan ka za o tie wo su pe change o pe so o man ye na se obi say me maje exgracia da yes maji bida but obi na de mame ba me media ma ba die me fa mo obi we ni eye bone ma o man no and it is not about a single person say one is a benefit there na say wo see you implement ni fa ni de mre na ka say eni omo aji bida da ni nyina so fa mre ade na ono nko a say ono nko a na so obe twam ni nti e na ese so ono no de ni de no ba na and yeah boy and horse afo ni say oh ebinu I like in fact yeah that's we do ma me ni pan pe say yeah the to me amani pa bi to say aban MPP aban yo koyi mo ba ye ni pa ba ku bi ti so okuja to ablakwa Obonidia, what way. By a brandy and a moment is a single person bidding a cocoa to put that. Say, why you way away? I ain't imagine. A brandy no for more, no, not by your back. Am I point to your friend is saying? Ya appoint no say no may minister of state. Any ministry kitu o bedrani foreign affairs ministry. Ambassadors nyina be hye na se. Foreign a friend is saying business nyina hye na se. Broni be ye business kura wo Ghana na mo mana to pa hye na se. Ti se kromfo sa no a mo na mo se o. Na munim twe onye credible ba ko pe no. No single person in the former government administration no etimi to get this guy in on say akwano or a cromfo why say ye more no kwadu bia o court da. The only thing is here say no nko adai no near how mine it is not about change and as that is could be na yense san no na ma yen prepare for change. The country and the people of Ghana, no, they are not ready for that change. Woman, you are aware, say, send this qua, say people back. Sada no nakaho. Ain't any change in nothing. If you say, wow, what they have no crown, said you see, would your own friends angle, but be a water one out. And you can see some people progressing, and you want to be like them without doing what they are doing. In fact, my African countries be so. O call by binas or the omo and a benchmark there. Yeah, quay him champion. But yeah, no, I yes, you say quay him. So, but microphobes were the money more. And your moon necessary benchmark by this time because Omaya water channel. And ye may be make can't be a medicine to say, yeah, my Ghana no. You will cut 760 billion. Nti aban bia wa baso nei no ade a o se so se san ne se kwan e fa so revenue and e so change no first say dey be ya ye benya more revenue
yo be ma me wa
papa
estre wo bua me kakra wa ha ora John Dramani ya aban ya wa be zone
right.
Aban twem no misappropriations bi a akoso no ebi say ti say ma Mrs. Lee Adapasi ke ya na ehye mpasi among other things no wo be person obehwe mu ana
Papa me better obehwe mpa
ana na won kan say one wipe slate ni clean na yanko yanim na ja onsisi akwan na ebe ma konkrofo etimi ISS misappropriations no
Papa, and we are one thing a what governance in and no what that. Enti aban bi abo be pese obehwehwe sikadia atwamu. Nti na mama kra me si me bo se o kan ne se ebia NDC fo a omo 2016 no omo bu man no omo ya kromfo a me se omo nya kromfo because aban no obe take over 90 man che omo antum dia omo nya kromfo o de binum kokko to 8 years wanti man jeri obia e kire se ntro no odigu omo so yes. Now, those who NDC na waba na sa culture of your friend is saying no a fighting corruption no so went to me and to one more including reset no one for appropriate measures and work when we say beti ma chisisi the other panwa you see the brother ye and omo ye yo munya sasika no according to us educate akon for adult kura ye na yi kumasi ye nya sasika no so enti no so what in China bo na chi sa na ne waba na want man hwehwe ma nye proper investigation na even hwehwe man po na ekopem duru se ba bi akufo adonom clear na se wo onye pro no at least why you bibi ma yahu say yes na no na wa twere yi aba say sa ye tenchen ne na ye hu ne sa na enye dokore sa nti afede ya jatu but man ye hu hwede a ene na amamu open na yibu na yes say tete de no apepepe ye nsesa bibi a wo we mu nti yo ma amamu de me hwekwan so mbehwehwe saa sikawia no mu na enye Cecilia Adapanti na mepeto omohwem na mepeto omoye proper investigation enti na ma ora no say operation recover or loot nti so obi say from 1998 from hini nyina ka ho a operation all loot or ankaje operation 2024 loot also operation all loot Nti no wa ma numbers say wa office obi awia bi no fa number we na frɛ. Now sɛ okuta to ablakwa ɔno a na ye kromfo no ɛna ɔkye akromfo a frɛ ne number no na ka kyerɛ so okoi ma frɛ wo wo yɛ kromfo wo wi asimasi asase na fa asase no so wo so wo right so the asase no kra court because ora no dey wo ho say open informations e dey court a prosecute akromfo. Now say wo hu say okuta to ablakwa na nkasa ka ho a the court is there. Now the ne kokra akwachire say akwa we unqualified to do that job. Now we can baby ana here say ya. I think say personal hatred, Papa.
Yo, where my wa?
Bona sorry, Papa me that nti.
Thank you. Yes, that's. I should let Bema
Papa, second round me kwa na say
second round but just Samoa say just ya Samoa kakra and then we are na second round no will be aka where say to meet me no bi na and then meet me ko bebre na ya pon and just Samoa so what me kan ba ma so.
Hello.
Ba ma so just Samoa
adwen kese
na impom te den
nyame adom me hoye na me gidi so bia so hoye
nyame adom say ketrama ne mojadi emu afurusa ne yidie ketrama da bodwem na mojadi emu afurusa ne yidie na kire se
na ye so well
na
no
ansane ebe ku eni na ja emra wo school na oso wo teacher ni bi a wa ma be kira dia na oso ani agia na
oh yeah yes
bonding
your friend Akato or your French teacher. Oh, me say this story recently, yeah, I bet talk of friending platform be so na ye di home komo. Me wa this school no na me tiben window no. Intino Akato no ni ebu ma be mu no say ni CV na ye hu ye na ke say oh yeah something like A-level student ewo Togo and odi wura Ghana and odi be wura friending at this school so ye French teacher na yen so no at this school no na omu ina kura degrees na omu de kira de ntino ase na ye ni buo bia ama no nti mete window no de hia ne say Akato be back classes na friending obe mark your register no or then any share board no so kira de na me hura fa window no na me sen na me kon ena onyame nchade anaso onyankopon panish nipa migwan French ni na ewie no France na mbepue nti na me feel say na me ye no say na me nim say me an na me ye me ho
that's all
nti no enye teacher ni a sani a say kan no na me ka ho asem but teacher ni na me dwane no say na me amom na me dwane me ho ni abetumi aka ho anu no
eno ujane French ana wakwa kopio French
yeah exactly but anyway there's one thing this way buami so me ba Germany first 2 years and so na me ba France me ba Germany no me nya chance esua French esua German language akra ntina I picked up the skills and techniques are what is your language ntina ema me ba France ano e be ma French misiano ebe ye a bit easy far easier for me only say French na dey change German language
Samum
oh yeah hey French easy German you pronounce it as you see it but France so there French no so there you swallow 90% of the words and you pronounce only 10%.
I see. Yo, very interesting. You done class and I say teacher mana yeni ajino. I was just bringing in the issue. Said the enema ebia enkuyi biano. Some people may want it to be or may want it to remain that way. And we were using that as just a reference point in the subject of changing the status quo, no? Because one teacher no move our class, no. We had some people they will be unhappy that the teacher did not come. But if those people try to just make their voices heard, they say, oh, I don't know teacher we are among other things, especially when the people who are happy say teacher now man does one, they will tell them, say, oh na usunya de ako hunya hupo eni. Ngwana u padisuya. Me teacher na ma right? Enti se opese osesa status quo, the question is, ahoboa bay and there was a woyo. If you want to change it progressively, ahoboa bay and there was a woyo. And you know maybe I tell one agony kama. Into also kire wadwene ansa na obi ade ne final word aba.
Okay, anyway, niema me frey me ba so titu ni say for quite a long time, no. I've been listening to me tibia me timu. I mean, I hardly call and I say me must send your face na ni ye view. But me nipa bi me introduce them to the program and one person be prompted me, a friend, and you may say, Yow, there is one guy on this program, Abe, no, who say, oh, yeah, jack of all trade, only he will be the best person to handle Ghana as a president. Because Bibi Obebiano or Nunquano, just say, ministers who then I choose to cry no body no what the profile no what classify no what condemn no way on to me yeah na way into no me misano what bring any pain na me to ring misan say such an intellectual wonim ni nyina ye no that ben no be take up the flambeau himself to do something onim say obetumi aye owo ho ideas no daban no be take up the flambeau because nipa na ho na tem you exercise one woman na volunteer said they would do the job ntino daban no so be take up the flambeau and do something for us to know say yeah he's capable of doing something better than those who are there. And nuntia na me frɛ say meka na asɛm no den ama no nti ma memfa nsi he ya kakra me entinam de bear mu no why
I see from all indications
oso nkra o komu mu
yeah see na from all indications no Abe would want to also change the status quo progressively. And when we are no more, also we introduce himself or Munti, no. Next time, no, when they are sending you out, Abe and so Enye said he will take his dream into action.
And American, this is the initiative. Me and American, one with the crana, mammy. One with Nick Carriage, and any pain I will carry this.
Who said jack of all trade into no baby you are on now for no uncle yet ain't intimate status quo no Ghana my why
na so no nim how the thing should go into once or criticizing none so or say of when way say you know no say taking initiatives now man for when yeah man for the man say
uncle for the omutimi man adwene bia
na say na making na say our friend nyo oye no oye mistake obi to make then nye nyo otnechi ono na our friend
I said na make say mo pese bia baby a mo hunu say wa kwa akuduru no mo pese ko okonanim na o take action me boa nti action na o ko take no e was so oboaboa no to take that action and yes sir.
Well, I no. When I'm making, is he willing to take up the flambeau himself? No, important. No, me yes so be ono na make na nipa na omo ho na omo ye no. Who say we no omo ye no omo nye ni ye no. So at least they participated, say they are doing something. Nti ono so no na ofo so betumi aye no so ono so den no betumi aye sene we ya no betumi exercise obra wo nya di a sene obi entumi nka ho asem bi ankyerɛ anando
yo eja samwa ye be dasi why ya ma nkrofo no mra na eja me so to ma no kaka
enye ni pain na wo ho akokudru we anka we wa ne de so ti ase
o mu ni akokudru so me ba so mu akokudru so me ka bi ho asem wo echi no nsa ele ka je se o mu abo o mu he na
wati
abi ba why yo eja samwa na mutene kano samsafo se me ma bi nkasa davi ye ma bi hum so kakra sa inuru se na kuma ba fam kakra eti ye be ma samsafo your final word meet me nu ene fa yanko agosam
no Papa Smiley and a free flow right
free flow
I said back what time the time and the messages in the Korean okay say I normally say nipa we like to learn the hard way. Catch it all say Jenny and found Sanka Papa Smiley unjimi did you saw on Saka come and show and sana we see there. I don't know sister who may I mean who we post them post to work on to forward you this now fed Florida, Hanamusa Fede, Venezuela, foreign almost soon because Donald Trump is a Fede or Baby, Ombabe, TPS in a temporary status now with Venezuela for an Afedam Beji from some no more deportee or meanwhile, the fall campaign on mobile when Chan the Kachon will say, oh, the TPS is safe, they're going to be here, nothing of such thing will happen. I feel it was not done no more. And this is the kind of things we warn people about by OMNTA. So just to highlight that, we like to learn things the hard way. And we'll keep learning the hard way. No one American.
Yo, Uncle Sam, yeah, but that's it. Some of you, dear. Yeah, but Kwabna, eso. Kwabna, yanko your final word. Say that. Me fast no eja o kakra dia. Yanko your final word. Ansana yama Petron eso de ne dia ba. Yo, say Kwabna nye ready ya. Petron. Yanko your final word.
Yo, me da se. Just am mo akwaba. Eto nkache. A question I'm say sarcasm kakra wo and say okay so acceptable na me you no ansa na abeba asemwa ubia and now adamfo ni bisaye it can only be applied in a meritorious society which unfortunately we don't have it back home in Ghana. Okay, say abedi ni kombo no okay say and Kamahama inflow to sa position no say we need people to apply. Yeah, man for be apply. People will submit their CVs and whatever they call it. Yeah, friend omo experience school omo akọ no me there. So by a system no a we operate to Ghana say so won kan ho bia emfa ho nimdie ekura wo wonka ho bia emfa ho nimdie ekura wo kan yesa ka media madwem no nka Dr. Dufo na Mahama Paare na we should have warning for Dr. Dufo but the status quo no Papa Smiley born ho kombo this time no it doesn't open up for outside ideas. No, we are stuck with that status quo. Nti abedi obetumi aya no so obekasa. Oni nipa okwa na omo ye MPP for aro mo abochia no ma ka omo de omo nimide ne ade ekobo a omo koye yi omo totwene. Wo de bisa pa kwase na ye research. Nipa bebre both MPP and NDC omo ti abochi omo abekoko school. Monye nimide no wo suahunu. They went back there but they were rejected. So that is it. That's it.
Yo, patron, yeah, down so I see. Ede, you be call of Kwame whatever. Of Kwame come so of Kwame credit so. Okay, that's fine. Uni, okay, all right then. No worries. For uncommon in our question, I'm here much now. Why?
But
na yeah ma offer chum and so anyhow. Okay, that's fine. On that score no. And the next say Bombardier Fadi bra Asana Abiaba. Why? Bombardier. Okay. So Bombardier ni hodia. Abi in the final shot in the baba. And then we can round up beautifully. Abi, I'll let you in. Yanko, your final word.
Yeah, Papa Smiley. I just say thank you. Just say had partially done justice to the question. The man in France came to ask. Look, we some of us, we are not talking because we just want to talk or because we want to criticize anybody doing anything. Biniwa said that these Oyibo people gave us independence, so they are still controlling us. Biniwa, it's not true. Is it the Oyibo people who are appointing the people for Mama? Or it is the Oyibo people who are telling Mama, tell Sami Jemfi to set up a gold board, so that when he doesn't know what to do, he didn't set it up well, the Oyibo buys our gold cheaply. Would you blame the Oyibo or you blame whoever did that thing? 1. 2, Mr. Frenchman, I forgot his name, he used to come on regularly, but I think I know when he came. Mr. Samoa, yes, yeah, Mr. Samoa. When he came, I know he was because of me. Papa Smiley, I think either things fall apart or no longer at ease. That Chinua Achebe said, the toad does not walk in the daylight for nothing. Do you understand? You know the toad? Apotro. It doesn't appear during the daylight for nothing. Something is chasing it. And we all know, normally the thing which chases that is a snake. Do you understand? So when Mr. Asamoah came, I knew, yeah, because of my presentation. Look. Mr. Ejase said it right. When MPP came to power, before they came to power, I was on their platform. I went to their campaigns, this everything. I was on their platform. When they were saying we had a man, I was there. Papa Smiley, when they won the election, they removed me. And the guy who dragged me to MPP, he was made Deputy CEO for Cocoa Board. He was there till they lost. Do you understand? Before he was made Deputy CEO for Cocoa Board, he was made board member. He had 2 board memberships. The first board membership he had, he was made board member to National Insurance Commission. Then he was made a board member to Ghana Commercial Bank. I remember I was here. We all used to be in London. I'm sure he's coming back. When he called me, he said, we will need a head of financial accounting. He was telling me, he was asking me. You see, that is why when people come here and they talk, I say, look, me, I could have had what I wanted in NPP. I could get anything I want from this party. But some of us, we are not so stupid like that. Do you understand? Okay. I have not said this thing before, and I will not say it. But tell Mr. Samoa that, look, he said, the people Mama has appointed volunteered. They didn't volunteer. Mama appointed them. They are not doing it voluntarily. It is Mama who is appointed them, like I just said, and like I said earlier. If Mama wants competent Ghanaians to do the job, he should advertise the job so that we will all apply and go and use our hard-earned experience. I'm not saying reputation. Do you understand? Ghanaians are interested. These thieves at the helm. Oh, hard-earned reputation. What reputation do they have? Hard-earned experience and exposure is what we use to go and look. As we speak now, Pastor, I told you I was busy. I have a presentation on Thursday about UK government, local government thing. And Baba Smiley, some of the things, if you compare to what we are doing, we are joking, I repeat. It's like we don't have the caliber or the level of reasoning to manage ourselves. I tell you. I always say, look, I have a book, Counselor's Guide to Local Government Finance. When I come across these things, so Ghana crowd, we have our own generated local government accounting, maybe manual or principles. We don't have all these things. We don't have all these things. All what we do is they use international accounting standards. In the public sector, we call it IPSAS. That is generic. UK people, they have the IPSAS, that's the international accounting standards. Then they have the local government thing, what is in front of me now. And every sector within. Look, some of us, what we come across is what sometimes pushes us to come and say these things. Because what the guys at the helm, they don't even have any clue. They cannot have those. No.
Okay, Ari, you're never see na when I did Mr. Menu be a baton. I need to run away. Right away. Why? Thank you. This issue we take it as a series, right? We certainly have a lot to say to that effect, and I am glad
of these things, and we cry to understand, because it's like we don't have the level of reason required to do these things.
Okay, all right, Abe, thank you, Sean. As we carry on with this deliberation, we will come to understand and appreciate the spiritual preparations that we need to make. If we want to change the status quo, we need spiritual formation. Battle, and we need some social preparations that we need to make going forward as well. I think say Bibi and Sana or kind one of them falls under the social preparations that we need to make going forward. Of course, we need psychological preparations as well. We need to have a very solid mindset. You see, I love some principles in the Bible, so I make reference to some of them every now and then. Say, Yesu or can say so be dimachia. Was say power busunya, and I say you may have to forsake your family. What that principle stands for, and they say, you see, say person was son and maybe a coso was society more. One win ya o maame kura ba be your tamfo. Unia. Abia on the tons didi kura he ba be your tamfo. Right? And we need to psych us. We have to psych ourselves to that effect. Say, hey, baby, I walk on. You meet a lot of obstacles, but hey, we need to also program ourselves to come to the understanding. Say, obstacles holds the key to our creativity. The very moment we work with that principle, no. When we face those obstacles, it opens more creativity within us for us to be able to find a way around it. Very, very important. And of course, we will need to prepare ourselves physically as well. Sure. If you person be face with physical, and yes, I'm kitwa. It be cry. We say we see taekwondo kakra, right? I'm just going to the extreme. Yes, you need also Timishia taekwondo kakra, right? You see, when you get to that point where you need that physical preparation, now you go see, say, hey, you should have prepared. And of course, we need to prepare ourselves financially as well. Emrana Sam Kasa Bibi Kasa about sacrifices, no. Muniaba Kwan Dimba Mitrim Ura Kofi Kurantin. Well, he made some sacrifices. Although you may say, hey, it's a game where we need big money. But hey, sometimes I feel for him. On his individual levels, I feel for him, right? And he financially, so no, I was say you. Him say of a chum can be say we don't have unity of purpose. And he should be now maybe in a couple of days time no we say it falls over. Of a June episode or dear call the psychological preparations that we need to also put together as we want to change the status quo. But the question also is there are some individuals who may have started trying to work themselves towards changing the status quo, and maybe say we who say you are support to be now also you throw behind such individuals as well. And he said this subject or this topic is a series in itself, and it will open us up to areas where we have not prepared. It will open us to areas which we have prepared but illy, in an ill manner. I should say right. Even the three things BB spoke about, and then see the tunes and we may come to realize they say maybe say I grew in yidi akwana war stop the yonko say more share nyashino name no akuntru honom no or he nyashino na or leke na no I didn't sit in. It's something that will open us to more things to discuss. Nyami had more. I also wa in a champion aba meba chance or the train. Mean to a champion kit. Oh, Kadejio.
Hey,
Bamasu Kadeji.
I drink as you would yanka. Who's a mabana means me now, so Yana.
Not so.
To comment and make me feel sure. Now, Michelle Apunta, maybe submission about 30 seconds. Now, not a more day. 80 years and how frame ya. And I'm saying I will cut the short no. Naka meno me busa say how many minutes am walk. Ka wo catch frame ya naka me da so no de no so nanko ato so but I say wo pon no. Wo pon. na
ochina why ochina ni aba to us why we talking about the status quo and the preparation that we need to make in order to change the status quo. May say it will open several doors going forward with this conversation. But I'm here admire ochina no assemble akwa me pese wo de ba na ba ba ka kire ye what of the status quo? Oh, are you ready to support the fight to change it? And I say, are you ready to step up your fight to change in our society? And we were kind of spiritual there and I saw for seminar. So I saw for the so no what say strategy our because they say if you don't one achieve war now no I am from Swana
because try bend be bend be try ya da kuti se pass
then you can so try bend no
sir map no from malam na me bakum na map no baby map no fine no baby traffic no stop na be gina no me ban map no chere me say me fa lane bi me fine say e besa mako left and me go left say there was immediate lane and then go left na me call ina one say papa me one go straight map no go gina straight one say me yes I be map purpose dey be map picture say me go left me go left so I depend na near kwa ni me e me go left papa be buya put for be 10
okay all right I see any boy ego see say
oh papa jawa for by that license dey demonstrate I wish when they say road work to no man that is I'm for na say almost me na me kwama pro me sim and I map e kram me dey show me say map no direction dey ma me any we yes e bia me na me say dey buye ba bia baba no ni kram me sa fa so me sa komachi map dey me buy na be share no offer
okay
intino me say ko map na ma be do ha no we do mo say enu eni yes bia be try to
okay
na mo say sadia lances no e wa he family the one was care uchi na so they said and catch a chino it can no be no license na hwe ni bibia o kini de bi o can no nti ebeji such as chom so we dey so ma say we need chasing ya and from so na map na I create am me na map it's in common chere me say see next time na BBC so one for some jano beje the the mama book ntimi ko card na for BBC dem say bi we enko kamu for BBC to panka mon chunu tima me na kechina se me no mu gina me na so me ko kumase mo fa me ntu kumase station bi na me nko report mo kumase wono na me nje bibia me jama for so we dey when try around from being told traveling from massa ni bibia nto ni bibia mbeto ni bibia mbeto na no mo kan ya no so mesinko tese mesinko no e shena mi twina no mo hwehwe no tese mo fe
enti u dina na so wantu ya hwe
oh problem traffic
why are there say you
Makati Hill hono can say kwa me ko sisi o match me nesi so me ko kuma sia
and I hold you twatro
chese me ko kuma so papa ni e ka ade a ubeti bi aye mo firi memre bi na se du ba bi a o so tu hien de tu sunya sese intru bi abit ma ya bi to yu firi be kan ya na ma enforcement ase de bi mi so chinchina eti wo so nya bi ka now to do film job now we job another one.
Okay, you we along okay. You along Mama shada nchichi obi asa no so okay am ya say utimi gina on aso so why
papa so we dey no come say me bu bent no me bu bent me catch him say no I did wrong me bu bent me am catch no it's wrong. I wasn't scared so much because I knew say I was wrong.
You were wrong. Okay, I see.
I mislead me. You couldn't say I mislead me because driving 10 me can say this is wrong because cars they couldn't and the mama be behind more after yes when left. Then I realized that the immediate left and a bend about who free nowhere bar the lane and the bow. Now people are actually say bar next 10 kilometers a day. Then just stop, then take left. Sally. And Papa say we police and cabbage.
Who some saying cabbage no? So what a driving offense. Because the oh yeah you know you can cause a huge pile up. Ubit ma cause accident kesi pa. Na in some countries in some countries no our licenses cry be different from them. Oh, of course, because the oh yeah no one check driving papa.
And I map no so ni but papa say I travel no could do I cried me koya could do be a feature where you fool.
That's right.
What we could do I'm say oh I didn't
I know one here a big crowd the over kwakura obi fee obi dem enti aposifo no right you say the first one say usually no opposi ni bechiwa the first na yana many of them at the banner here how to get an arm from you omenya kakra efri ho enti ebanesa it weakens the strength of their power to take you to face the law right because a chrome has seen a chi will say I bet you can be anka 6 points in a your license so obegin straight away no be no back can say na obegin straight away but when they start saying so and mam kakra mam kan na feel na say
enfunso bi ho no wa enfunso wo no ma wo ya wa hu so de enfunso de wa commit
that is there you uni bibi say the man can she the oye ye yam from so wagye atum so ayam from so de na yam from so bi a it could have been a very expensive one so wagye atum so na oje ofum so otum a eno nye enough was all face consequences no so ka ho
because property they ne enka a year country bia a year says bia we na bibia be we actually bia meja to because you baby me anka sana be na me taking no I did my free misleading.
Okay.
I mean, and I accept my say it most of people say, oh, where dear.
My mom is also. Oh, and you say, so, I don't know, said you're Ghana, your point system, city, how or what we would do.
Point
I say, we need a lot to do in our status quo. So
also no papa our roads our roads markings markings.
Okay, yeah.
I think say if the marking was appropriate, maybe now I could drive on the proper lane.
Okay.
Also lane no instead no one more. It more could the same chance someone be collect in the co lane or more fast console all the time. They know say moving to this direction.
Also they have say na dia sana
near around 600 of traffic.
Oh, okay.
What the channel?
But a high or
Papa, ground na traffic the woman who and ye. All of a sudden, I didn't be a low call. The same junction on Gina. Oh, Mama is in the corner. I'll bet Marcus would do it, yeah, but see. But you couldn't go by yo.
Okay. All right, Karachi. Thanks for sharing your experience with us. I hope you've learned from it, and then you become a better driver tomorrow. What's that? Yeah, man, time. Why? Yeah, Wadarama. Yeah, man, time. Now, yeah, fancy, I say, you know, BBRC. I mean, what's my closing prayer now?
No, Papa, let Sam go.
Sam,
I give it to Sam.
Some new, some call, some are tough.
Okay. So let Albert is on. He hasn't spoken today.
Albert, sir. Of a body. I'm a pawn. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, my pawn. Okay. Nyami much.
But let him pray. Let him pray. He's a pastor.
Bombardier, Bompire, my uncle.
The elder is not his name for nothing.
Bombardier, Bompire, my. Bombardier, Bompire, my uncle. Why?
Bombardier is going to pray Trump prayer.
Oh, my name, Bompire, no, we are no, what they watch, the opposite of Yaka. Now, we know, as always, opium to the obey. Bombardier. Mpacho yakate ni bompae mai ni mpon
yo papa enko enim said the eka no empire boy na say honesty is the best policy wow we honest person no nyakopon so ode bibia pefi ediseka probity transparency accountability a ni nyina no ne umbrella na ye honesty it is pese ye ma bibia demo find dia na say no, we should be on the side of honesty. Honesty, big idea, and Michael baby. Said the Mahama, yeah, honest. A catcher, a nest phone say, Sir, a year allowance on Muji. Sisi Muka is a one, and no ye mamu diploma, and a Moses, no, ye mamu degree awarding a Namunya said Munyana more UCC, UDS, K University, and yedi or see your passe bill. Na se obeye tertiary dia Ghana swati Ghana Student Loan Trust Fund obi akọ tertiary student tertiary school bia na oji degree bia no ope emwa sesika pemu a oso to course asore no kwaji loan na mra ma makasa asem no anes phone bi enti trainee phone bi enti omo no pay allowance no ma makachem say opeso dey allowance kan CC hospital ema omo any other health facilities na so omo graduate a obetime nya adwuma no bi nso akọ eno no ye kai say MPP calls ka se chinchina e bompa say David monji allowance no mamuti de NDC leader ne ka no na ekobasa na ebi nso titi etutu a mahama ema lusu poto na enum na MPP nso baaye no won paibo no mu nso no ade ososo mu ye yi no ebi wo ha omutimi ntwa ne ntem ebi wo no motwa baako ebi motwa miensa na enum na obekai se baomia ekọ beebi a training baako ebusa ne se na dabe na omo yi ne beba na baoma etutu papa so na ninya so kan se de abaye de bo mahama no a oka no kre no saa ba na training for ne nurse for ne teacher for no kabo mu a omo yi saa regime no every honom ene mahama sa de abase se de oka dada na saa sisi no obehan se student loan no ebi se mra obi bi obeso hu teacher training history bia me da beto akonfo radio no hu mra sha long way before wham na neji yin allowance no teacher fo nyina people's teachers ana say one na ko training college no ene neje na numpo no secondary school fee no butwa ne teacher training fee omutwa na pa na say na say na ene emremu no the target here teacher training no any next training no yetimi aheti a ose yekoso etwa allowance no ana say said this woman be tertiary students no yema mu koji student no so we honest was fair say ye mu biko K University biko UCC no akwaji student no na obi a ono so ye degree holder say tertiary no na emrem so akwaji student no so yenza so man allowance ene say man allowance dia na omo gye allowance dia ene mpaebɔ mu no ye fa bibi mutual exclusive wontimi nya tail ne head woto coin at the same time e say eye e-levy ene eye roto no eye aban otwam ka je say e-levy ni ba roto entimi mba enti omo de so yeyo e de e-levy ba eno yi roto e ba enti say eye anes for ne teacher for na omo ye train omo be so mo gye allowance dia ene o say etimi strip omo from degree holders no msa go back to a diploma no and the papa mama some okai no what imagine so as still no student loan na or yes nkoponje na allowance na de onto fanye at the papa the ema omo intene haruna that minister for education so abefo asa asem so am ji say yasopemu ebeboa students na nkasa especially a teacher trainee for because we are as a teacher in panako so we ko kire ade wo dem o be so nya schools a obetuma ko kire eti allowance de be ma wadi no na say you see blocks ni ada ma na say wo ba na say utimi Ghana Education Service 8 million employees say be teacher ni say no na ope ana we nurse ni na be say o skills solution wo be say obi refi say dey see what hypodermic needle grant so be say wo pan ye ni sa no man say utimi pan 3 years say wo bo Tetris or so do ko hospital na hospital no di allowance can be we are na abansi wonye says kano empense ya ehempa no beko endi papa meniaje sa mpaibo a mama ene ndom so sla omo ye tu no ono de nka oba nka beka say meko so atwa allowance no na me de akase me de agigi anes for ne teacher for ne so say he's a man of integrity the okan na ye to abeti an sa na oye enti na papa ba kono no enti obi bia open mpaibo no to so mienu no open kan kwan dia me de ni na kogu A24 radio ye official WhatsApp page no who the history behind and any other commentary a ewo honom ti nyame boa eye ochran so empabo na etoso mienu no ye de betwa so we empabo a enya dia obia ye wo special prayer say obo mpaye we a we ye 50 series and 100 series we empabo a ekoma obibia eye free bonto bedase.
Yo, thank you very much. Bombade. Yo, any young fancy say Bema Bene wa nkomodi mu no. He drew my attention to nkomodi we've had here months ago, and we were talking about making amends of the past. Making amends of the past. See when yeah we know that we can't go to the past and then erase what we have done over there, but we can do certain things going forward that can reduce the effect of the things that we have done in the past. It was on that same grounds that Jesus catched Usikanini said, hey, go and sell all your things and give to the poor. I love that principle. Within that statement, there's a lot that we can certainly learn out of that. Yes, some people would want to force or push for the status quo to change today, right? But the wise will be able to make a stronger point when they decide to make amends of the past, especially the past they consciously took part of. They will try to do something to make amends of that past. You see, the very moment you do that, you put yourself in that position that lets the people that you are one way or the other trying to help them enjoy from the change that you want to bring across. They wouldn't have anything to say against you. They baby. Okay, yes. Adiana make no. Oh, years ago I did certain things to that effect. I own up. It wasn't right. And the Bible was say me gama we na kanye. Your friend say too much principles in the Bible. Aquano was say me the aponi aji will be adia me bohun den. Bombardier Hana can't ask him. Zacchaeus, was it say? Zacchaeus can say.
I also say what you be a sika on any kwasogia, so no tax collector and the obobo home. And you say that ye and
Quajaba fee.
Abraham Sydney.
That's right. And
1.1 no a year Haruna, I say what baby so you know, so double salary. You see now. You see now. But
you see, some of the principles, it is not for the faint-hearted to work with. No. You see, you have to be, a strong heart to be able to do some of these things. If you haven't developed to that stage, you may skip all those things, and then you may move on, right? Making amends of the past. We are seeing, we have some past, right? And some people try to make amends of the past by establishing charities with which they are able to support people who may be going through some of the things that they made a mess of in the past. It happens in infinite forms. Right? And then and sanumuno okuchika na bia kwanhia bae. Out of that no utimi fano etwitwa no ho a utimi eye bibi just to make amends of the past. One way or the other, no be on more. Will be how to me set up an institution to educate people on the dangers of the road. I mean, it comes in diverse forms. Right? Maybe another day, we will talk about that. Right? We will talk about making amends of the past once again. Quite unfortunate. A little bit longer today. We will come back and continue. Bye bye. Waiting a minkwa, that day, na minji. I don't know. Don't be sure. I deep should way. Send you weather. Minkwa, na minji. Boy. Oh, Toby, oh, so fata, and crummy.